All right, guys. Well, it's that time of the month again. It's time for our Systembolaget Lokal Småskaligt. Lokala Småskaligt. Yeah, releases from Systembolaget. So yeah, it's a nice way. Is it Tuesday today? Yeah, it is Tuesday today. I swear, guys, I'm getting the early onset Alzheimer's these days. It's just a bit crazy, to be honest. Brain is not working at all these days. So yeah, my delivery was actually made really quick this month. I got it on the 4th. I think I got the text through on at 6 p.m. on the 4th. So from ordering on the 1st to the 4th, they're fairly speeding it up a little bit. I wasn't getting it until like the 8th or 9th or whatever for the last few months before this. I'm not sure whether that was due to like COVID or something like that, or exactly what was going on, but yeah, sometimes that happens. But yeah, we've got an interesting one today. A lot of Danish beers and a lot of kind of Swedish stuff as well, obviously. So yeah, lots of foreign things, lots of foreign beer. Yeah, let me just see then. So yeah, we'll get started, I guess. I've got my, what have I got this time? Fanta Raspberry, which is nice. I got myself some chocolate mousse because I saw it in the shop and I was like, I've not had chocolate mousse in ages. I've not had chocolate mousse in such a long time. So I just kind of thought, well, why not? And I also got myself a wee bit of chocolate for later. So yeah, there we go. There we go. But yeah, we should, we'll do our usual. We'll go through the beers. We'll have a little chat about the beers. We'll have some of the other guys joining us later as well. I think Raggy is going to join us, the legendary Raggy of Raggy's Beer Reviews. Awesome guy, love him. Honestly, addicted to this raspberry Fanta stuff. I love it, honestly. All right then. So this month we have 40 beers, I think. I can't remember if it's exactly 40 or thereabouts. What does it say? So yeah, here's the big receipt. Yeah, that's your receipt. So our cost for this month, sorry, I told you lies. It was 37 stycken. So yeah, there's our cost for this month. 1,649 Swedish krona. So 37 beers. And we've got a good variety today. So 1,649 kroners. Obviously, that's foreign for a lot of you. So 1,649 kroners. That's about 165 euros, roughly. So that is in the region of. Brain is not working as always, so it's about 150. Yeah, it's about 150 pounds there or thereabouts. So yeah, 165 euros, maybe about 145, 150 pounds, and then in American dollars, what's that going to be? Maybe about $200 actually, something like that. But yeah, that's to make a beer channel survive for a month. I think that's pretty good. I think that is pretty good actually. So yeah. Anyway, where to start then? Where to start? Yeah. So first off, I'm going to go to one of my local breweries in Malmö, Hylia Brewery. Now, these guys have these guys are awesome when it comes to lagers. This is actually a beer for Adam, who's just joined us and said hello. Evening, Adam. Yeah, dollar rate is pretty bad at the moment, actually. But yeah, this is one that Adam would quite like. This one is called the Black Sheep Dark Hoppy Lager. It's a Schwarz beer. So yeah, maybe, I don't know how long it would last, actually. Say best before August. So I wouldn't be able to get a can of this and keep it for you, Adam, unfortunately. But yeah, Schwarz beer, 6% ABV, Hylia Brewery. These guys here, they really know what they're doing when it comes to to lagers. I need to have a Dunkel or a Doppelbock from them. They've done Rauch beers and loads of different things, but this is the first Schwarzbier from them. There was a period, maybe about a year ago, where there was quite a few breweries doing Schwarzbiers. So nice to see Julia having a go at this style, and I'm curious to see what it has in store for us. Absolutely. So Adam's drinking Trad Ale from Mr. Medicine. I've still got Harry's 2 beers in the fridge through there, so I need to write up the notes for the videos and get those done. Actually, I need to get those 2 reviews done. Was trying to just rattle through my Swedish supply though before these ones came. But yeah, this one here. This is another one from Brewski in Helsingborg, the Nelson IPA. It doesn't say what kind of IPA it is. So yeah, it looks like just from the side though, corn malt, Veta, Havre, that'll be a New England by the sounds of it. So yeah, always keep an eye out for what these guys are doing. They've got some really nice hazy IPAs. They've got a new series now called Sorbet, which seems to be interesting. So yeah, lots of good Berliner Weisses, lots of very nice kind of imperial stouts as well. Actually, the cake series is always really good. Yeah, so these guys are awesome. I enjoy a good brewski beer, actually. These guys run one of the best beer festivals here in Scandinavia, Brewskival in Helsingborg. So usually you'll find me there in August. Not sure if you'll find me there this year, though. I think one of my friends is getting married that weekend. We'll need to see. But yeah. So it's the gold. I forget which 2 it is that Harry's given me. But yeah, Brewski just dropped on Raggy's favourite website, Low Cost Beer. That'll be interesting. I need to say to him to get some of those when he comes on later then. Definitely. Rhino-tastic. Oh, we've got the Stoker in it. He's Bevis Mon. He's a Stoker. He's an Eater in it. Yeah, Rhino-tastic. Absolutely. Nice to have you, Bevis. Nice to have you. I find it quite, Bevis, so you know, your name in Swedish, it means like proof. Yeah, so there you go. It means to prove. You can use it as a verb, bevis, and a noun. Yeah, okay. So this next one, this is a brewery who I have not had anything from before. So I'm curious about this. Potum Brewery, they released another beer called Juicy, but I had quite a few, I think in the other ones I actually ended up with quite a few New England IPAs, and, if I got everything I'd wanted, it was going to be about 60 beers, and I was just like, nah, it's just too much for a month. That's, you're kind of committing yourself to 2 reviews a day at that, and I was like, nah, that's just too much. But yeah, I'm curious to see what these guys have. This one's called California Love, double dry hop West Coast IPA, Potum Brewery. These guys are from Norrköping, which is up towards Stockholm, on the way up there. I've been to Norrköping, but yeah, there's a few interesting breweries up there, actually. There's Norrköping, Linköping, and Jönköping. So I actually really want to go to, I think it's Linköping that has the Flygvapnet Museum, the Air Force Museum. So yeah, need to check that out. But yeah, curious to see how these guys are. First time I've come across them. Don't know how long they've been around. So yeah, I'll need to do my research on these guys and film the review. So yeah, West Coast IPA, 6.5% ABV. Looking forward to this. Absolutely. Oh right, yeah. In this lot, I've actually got quite a few. Danish beers this time. I ended up with about 5 or 6 different Danish beers in this lot. Some, in the Lokal Småskaligt, usually it's the Swedish beers, but you'll get a few, you'll sometimes get a couple of Norwegian things and Danish things popping in as well. So yeah, we have got quite a few Danish things in this one, come to think of it. So yeah, this one, Gamma Brewing Company. These guys are from Görlöse, just to the northwest. Copenhagen. Love a Gamma beer. I've seen this one about. I've seen this on the Kiosk website, but it's very rare that I actually mail order beer. To be honest, I very rarely do that. One of the rare occasions I did recently was because Beer Dome in the Netherlands got some Brazilian beers. But yeah, this one, Session IPA, 4.5% ABV. I've been impressed with the low alcohol IPAs recently, so I'm curious to see what this one has in store for us. The Zigzag Session IPA, 4.5%. Love Gamma Brewing Company. For those of you who are interested in Danish beer, these guys have been doing some interesting stuff for a couple of years now. Definitely check them out. It's my first Gamma beer in quite a wee while, actually, come to think of it. I think it's just because of the whole pandemic and things. Usually I'd go over to Copenhagen, once a month or once every 2 months and have a look, but it just hasn't happened. Now, this is another brewery who I don't know, but they are actually from Skåne. So yeah, this is pretty cool. These guys are from Eslöv och Frelse Bryghus. So yeah, the Mango Deluxe Sour Mango Goza. So yeah, this one I think should be quite interesting. If these guys are that close, once things open up, I'll need to go and do a kind of meet the brewery segment for these guys, maybe Ofrelse. So yeah, that's pretty cool actually. The Mango Deluxe Sour Mango Goza, 5.6% ABV. That one's not showing up in the light very well. Yeah, it's actually that's a good point. What I might do, give me a second. So, there we go. Shift the lights around a wee bit, give us a little bit better light. There we are. Yeah. Is that making a difference? No, it's not. Yeah. Ah, well, we'll see. So yeah, this one, even if I shine it there, nah. I think the camera actually seems to work a little bit better now, though. Interesting. But yeah, these guys, that should be really interesting to try. There we are. Got a few more comments coming in. So, nice to be stocking informed beer reviews. Awesome, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, the one with the Cookie Monster on, and that was the Fox say had my backs. Oh, right, okay, yeah, interesting. Yeah, Brewski are getting out there a little bit more. They've been up in their capacity, so they are. They'd been for years they'd been exporting their Faber series, but now they seem to be putting the Berliner Weisses and stuff out there a little bit more. And they're also brewing some beers over in the States as well, actually, at Tampa Bay in Florida. So yeah, mainly the IPAs, so that they're over there fresh. Evening Bevis, yep. Evening MB. We've got Davor. Let me know if you want to join a little bit later, because we'll open up in about an hour or so once we've gone through the beers, as we always do. Yeah, an evening to Davor. There we go. Right, let's fire on then. Yeah, another brewery who I hadn't heard anything from, hadn't had anything from before. Torsul Mikrobryggeri. So yeah, this one is a double IPA. They released a couple of beers, and I don't know why I picked this one. Actually, I think I picked this one because it's because it had a couple of interesting hops in it. It seems that they've got their own hop variety, Maurits 85. So yeah, it sounds like a German name. Von 18, maybe. Yeah. So yeah, this double IPA is our most hopped beer, with, among other things, Citra, Mosaic, and Simcoe, but it even contains our Swedish cultivated Moritz 85. Oh, so it is Swedish. Yeah, this I think should be quite interesting. Is this in New England or is it a... Yeah, it says it's just barley malt and wheat malt, so that could be an interesting one. So yeah, this is another brewery, as I say, who I have not had anything from before, and it looks, where are they from? Where does it say? Mariestad. Ah, Mariestad, of course, right on the banks. I want to say that's Vättern, but yeah, these guys are right on the banks of Vättern, one of the Great Lakes of Sweden. So yeah, another brewery who I haven't seen before. I just kind of thought, I saw this one and I thought, don't recognize that. Let's have a go at these guys. As you do, that's what it's about. Try new breweries and see what you can find. Yeah. So, our next one is another Danish one. Totul. Yeah, number 4, double IPA. So yeah, I think I reviewed 1 and 2, if I remember rightly, but I don't think I got 3. I don't think 3 came to Sweden, come to think of it. Either that or I just didn't get it. Can't remember. So yeah, number 4, Toil number 4. I was just thinking I hadn't had an IPA from these guys. They've been doing some really nice beers in this style. Incidentally, for those of you who enjoy a black IPA, Toil have just re-released black salts and body malts. Honestly, one of the best black IPAs you will ever find. Black salts and body malts. I think I will never find one that will top that. Honestly, beautiful Imperial Black IPA from these guys, and it's just been re-released. Probably you can get it on the Toil web shop. But yeah, these double IPAs are getting a lot of attention, and quite rightly so, in my experience. Yeah, so yeah, Toil number 4 double IPA. Awesome. Yeah. The next one is a Gothenburg beer, Göteborg. So yeah, another brewery, one of my favourite Swedish breweries these days. They've been doing a few different styles recently. Spike Brewery in Gothenburg. When the English guys make it over to Sweden, I think we need to take a wee trip up to Gothenburg. But this one is called Business as Usual. With this brewery, if you ever see a beer with the name with the word business in the title, go for it, because that's probably the strongest series of beers that you'll come across from these guys. But this one, double IPA, double dry hopped as well, 8% ABV. I think this should be very, very nice, actually. So yeah, I like the sheep artwork in this one as well. Nothing to do with monkeys. They've always had monkey business and things like that. But yeah, maybe that's just a reference. Everyone's brewing, these New England IPAs these days. But yeah, it's awesome. All right, our next one then. Yes, we're sticking with Gothenburg this time. So this is another one from Stigbergets. Stigbergets, of course, have been releasing a number of kind of more traditional beers over the last few months. So it seems now that they've got a series called Ringjubelhoi. So this one is the Helles. Last month we had the Rauch beer. So I'm curious to see if there's a Dunkel or a Doppelbock or something comes out next month. Maybe even a Schwarzbier. Maybe it'll be a Schwarzbier next month. We'll need to see. But as you know, if you've watched the channel, I love a good Helles beer. This one, 4.5%, hopefully. That's a nice one. Actually, I love a good Munich Helles. And I'll be annoyed at myself. I will be annoyed at myself if this is awesome and I've only bought the one can. Yeah, as I say, I very rarely drink different beers more than once. That's what it's all about for me. I just love trying lots of different stuff. So, yeah. But again, hopefully we can try this on tap in Gothenburg at some stage. Or they've got a bar in Stockholm these days as well. Yeah, okay. And then our last one before we move into the big box, we have one from Apex Brewing Company. For those of you watching from foreign places, this brewery, Apex, these guys are doing some of the best IPAs in Sweden at the moment. They only really do New Englands. I'm hoping that they'll do a few black IPAs and West Coasters at some stage. But, they're mucking around and doing very, very well with this style. So this one's called Electra. It comes in at 6.5% ABV. It doesn't say what hops are in it. Usually you can get all of that from the Untappd. So let's just have a little look actually at the Untappd and see Apex Electra. Let me see Electra IPA, Apex Brewing Untappd. Does it say? Citro Mosaic, Nelson Sauvin, and Galaxy. That's a nice combination. That's going to be a bit of a beast, that one. Yeah, this one. Yeah. This looks pretty nice, I have to say. Electra IPA, this should be pretty good. 6.5%. I think that's the weakest beer I've had from Apex in a while. Usually it's double IPAs they're releasing all the time, the big 8% things. But yeah, see, we've got a few more comments coming in. Craft beer specialist, evening. Yeah, good evening. Nice to have you. Adam saying the number 3 is still kicking around. I don't know how long that's been out for, actually. That's the thing. I can't remember. But yeah, we get the number 4. We probably get it about a month or so after it's been released. It just takes a bit of time for Systembolaget to get things in, Vanessa is saying hello. Nice to have you, Vanessa. Hello back to Vanessa. There we go. Yeah, going to pick up black malts and soddy malts on my next beer order. Oh, an Imperial Red. I'll need to look into that. Can you message me the name of that one, Adam? I'll need to put that on my list and have a wee look. We'll need to have a wee look at that. Vanessa's saying hello back. Did you see the Beer Tooligans Cream Egg Stout comical? I don't watch his stuff. I just don't watch his stuff. I feel my IQ drop by about 50 when I do it. So I just don't watch his stuff. Oh, that guy, man, that guy. Apex are also reaching the UK at the moment. They're only from a certain distributor, though. Who's distributing them over there? Who's distributing them? Neil, evening. Nice to have you along, Neil. Nice to have it. Nice to have you. I had total number 4 double IP versus double. Wait a second. So do you mean you've had number 3 and 4, Davor? I guess that's what you mean. Was more harmonious and clean on the edges. Okay, awesome. Yeah, no, I never had the 3. I don't know. As I say, I don't know if 3 came to Sweden. Come to think of it, but yeah, Davor, guys, is my Slovenian beer mule. For those of you who don't know, this guy really knows his stuff. I'm not going to take another box from Davor for a little while. I've still got a few of Davor's beers to have a look at. I need to get those reviewed, actually. I need to try and get those reviewed. There's a Slovenian review coming out tomorrow, incidentally, Davor. So make sure you have a look at the channel about 7 tomorrow, and you'll see another one of your beers being published. But we need to try and find some newspaper articles and info on some of the other beers that you got me, like Orion and a couple of the smaller ones, the sour beer and things like that. So we need to try and fix that so I can review the rest of your beers, because I think the other ones that are there will last a little bit longer, but we need to get on that. We need to get on that and get those done. Shane, hello Shane, nice to have you. I hope you enjoy the stream. Nice to have you. Has the Sky in the name? Find it. Yeah, awesome. That would be ideal, Adam. Too many beers floating about these days. That's the big thing. I can get some Tool beers at a local supermarket. Pretty decent beers for a good price, around €3 for a can. Where are you based, craft beer specialist? Where are you? I think were you in Germany? Was I remembering right? Were you down in Germany? Am I remembering that right? Number 3 was a gold can, I think. I think they've got one now that's just called double IPA, no number. That seems to be like a core range beer, and that one's in the Systembolaget in Malmö all the time. So that sits as a core range. I'm not sure I think that's one of the ones where they're just kind of tweaking the recipe a little bit. I'm not sure. Davor's saying that that's the first iteration. I'm not sure if that is exactly right. Because I'm sure it was double IPA number 1 was the first one, but the one that's just simply called double IPA now, I think that might be one they're just kind of pissing around with the recipe a little bit and re-releasing. So yeah. Netherlands. Nice. You need to get yourself involved with the Dutch Beer Collective then. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoy my tag, by the way. I decided to leave that just because, well, it's funny. Rampant Bumlord Reviews. There we go. Should have made it Rampant Bumlord Beer Reviews, actually, but there we go. Yeah, Harry and I, of course, there's various accusations and stuff. I go around just now. It's just funny, but Harry and I have just embraced our we've embraced our apparent homosexuality. Can we say that? Yes, yeah. Harry and I just go for it, It's just how we do it. Anyway, so yeah, on to the boxes then. So we've still got quite a few beers to jump through, actually. So this one here, is this Ale Farm? Yeah, Ale Farm. These guys, what's the name of the place? Is it Fedovre? Is that what it is? Greve, that's it. So these guys are just out to the west of Copenhagen a little bit. This brewery are a bit weird to get a hold of. Like, sometimes you can get a hold of them really easily, and sometimes they've just disappeared. I don't know why, but there's a few breweries in Copenhagen that you just can't get in Kiosk, and I'm not sure exactly why that is. So the thing is, in Copenhagen, I love Kiosk as a shop. There's another one called Fish and Beer. in Amar, which is a really good shop as well. But yeah, it's just a bit annoying that there's a few breweries that are very difficult to find in the good beer shops in Copenhagen, and I honestly don't know why. So I don't know if there's a supermarket in Copenhagen or something like that that's got a lot of the local stuff. That would be good to know. Yeah, so Ale Farm, Greve, Copenhagen. This one is called Mornings on Mission Bay, Chinook, Mosaic, and Simcoe in this one. 6.2% ABV. Nice to have another Ale Farm beer. Actually, I love my Danish beers. I think I've repeated this on the channel, God knows how many times, but I love Danish beers. So nice to have Ale Farm on the channel once again. Pardon me. There we go. There we go. Right. The next one. Oh, this is a gold top. What's this? Ah, right. Stigbergets. Another Stigbergets one. Oh, the plastic's coming off this a little bit. So yeah, this is another Stigbergets IPA. Rye. 7% this. Oh, this is a rye IPA. Right. Okay. So this is another beer style that I've actually not had from Stigbergets before. So I didn't realize. I thought this was just in New England. Actually, but it's got oats in it as well. So yeah, this will be another interesting one. They've actually got a black IPA coming out quite soon, if I remember rightly. So it either came out today. I didn't get the chance to go down to Malmö, as I normally do on Tuesdays, and pick up a few beers. But yeah, this one, this will be interesting, a rye IPA. So yeah, hopefully I can get down to Malmö. I'm going to go down to Malmö and meet a friend tomorrow, so I'll try and pop into Systembolaget and get one or two things. Absolutely. Anyway, next beer then. Next one. Oh yeah, the other Ale Farm. Yeah. So this time we have a double IPA. This one is called Monolith. There we go. So Citra, Equinaut, and Mosaic in this one. It's got BBC. Why is it? What is BBC again? Yeah, I know the porn term, obviously, but what is it? I actually can't remember what BBC would be in beer. That's gone right out of my head. And obviously, British Brainwashing Corporation. We've got that. Big Black Willies. What else have we got? Don't know. So yeah, BBC. What is that in beer? What is that in beer? Yeah. So yeah, 8%er. Citra, Equinaut, Mosaic. That'll be nice again. Yeah, as I say, cool to see that. Cool to see that the Ale Farm are back in the game. Just addicted to this stuff. Rampant bike sniffer. That would have been good actually. It's better to be thought homosexual than a homophobe. Ah, yeah. Well, I've got a son. Well, I suppose there are gay people that have had children and things like this, but you know, I've got a son. I'm not. Doesn't matter anyway. Does not matter. Live and let live. There we go. Yeah. Anyway, Gothenburg once again. I think I've scared off a lot of people by talking about BBC and stuff like this, but yeah. Anyway, OO Brewing, another 50/50 series there. The 50/50 Amarillo Citra. These ones, they're 6.5% New England IPAs all the time. You know, you get cracking beers with these. Yeah, you get cracking beers in these the 50/50 series. You absolutely love this series. So yeah, always enjoy these ones. Really great stuff. So if you ever come across the 50/50s, these are good. The 100s are good as well. The single hops. The single hop ones are always good. So yeah, I think this could be a really, really interesting one. Yeah. Okay. So we have an interesting question here. We've got an interesting question. Can you remember your first craft beer? It was either, I'm trying to remember, I think it was actually Schlenkerla Märzen, the Rauch beer. My whole love of beer began with Rauch beer. It's a strange way to get into beer, but I never really liked beer that much. And then my German flatmate Daniel, we went down to the Moorings bar in Aberdeen, which is now called Krakatoa. They always had like mental cocktails and things. You could buy this zombie pirate thing, and it was a tenner. And I remember I was going out with a girl at the time, and yeah, there was it was quite funny. Bought her one of those, and then that was a very good night. So yeah, that was good. But that's another story. But yeah, the Moorings bar. Then they always had a good selection of like Belgian, German, and then Scottish stuff. So I think it was my German flatmate there back in about 2009. He introduced me to Schlenkerla, and then that was it. My first, so I don't know whether you can. That's a traditional German beer, but the first craft beer I remember having was a BrewDog West Coast IPA called Chaos Theory. I remember that, and that was just as the BrewDog bar opened. Actually, that was with my friend. Who was that with? I think that was with my friend Grant when he came to visit Aberdeen for the first time. So yeah, that was good. Yeah. Mm. And way around first ever cask ale. Now you're asking. I don't really drink cask ale, to be honest with you. I would always drink keg. Cask ale. I don't. In honesty, I actually the only things I can remember having on cask would be Orkney Brewery, like Northern Light and Dark Island. I remember having those on cask in the Bobbin. Maybe it was John from John Drinks that served me at that time. I don't know, but yeah, those are about the only cask beers I can honestly remember drinking. That's my earliest memory of drinking cask beer. Most of the stuff that I would have drunk would be keg, because in the Moorings bar it was always keg. Not a great fan of. I have to admit, I'm not a great fan of cask beer. I do prefer the keg beers, to be honest with you. I just like the beer. I like beer a little bit colder. I mean, I really started to get into beer on the German stuff, to be honest with you. Before I went to Germany, I think I was starting to get into. I'd started the reviews actually. That's a fair point. I had started the reviews about a year before that, but I think it was Germany that really properly got me into beer. Come to think of it, so yeah, 13 Bastards. Do you have a swal every day? Not every day. Not every day. Sometimes I film the reviews in bulk, go a couple of days, film another few in bulk, and that's it. I have actually, the last kind of few weeks though, I have been rattling them out just to kind of get rid of my I have been just rattling them out to get through my Swedish stockpile, because obviously I had this box coming. So yeah, I have been rattling out reviews over the last little while, and I've taken a few days off the last little bit to just to kind of chill out and get ready for these beers coming. So yeah, there's been quite a few swallows over the last wee bit. Yeah. Let me see. Any favourite snacks to different beer styles? See, honestly, I actually don't. I've never really thought about food pairing, to be honest with you. I mean, probably as far as it would go for me is, if I'm in Germany, I love schnitzel. Typical tourist in Germany, I love schnitzel and a Dunkel beer. That would be about as far as I would go. I just never think about food pairings. I love trying different styles of beer, and I actually prefer drinking beers with a clean palate. I love, what I usually do actually. I've been developing it. I like a bit of oat milk. So what I do sometimes is I'll drink a beer, I'll drink a wee bit of oat milk, wait an hour or two, and then, have another one. That's kind of what I'll do when I'm filming, because I don't drink outside of the reviews. I'm more of a sort of tasting drinker. I'm not, I get pissed drinker, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't really do food pairing, but if I go to Germany and there's a schnitzel and there's a Dunkel beer, it's you kind of have to do that. There's a restaurant here in Lund, which I think is actually Austrian rather than German, called Rauchrakel. And that's Dunkel beer and a Dunkel beer And what do you call it? Dunkelbier and a schnitzel. It's always good there. What's your favourite colloquialism for a drink? Brew, beerski, swal, etc. Haven't thought about it, to be honest. Just have a beer. I don't really. Yeah, I just have a beer. That's it. Just have a beer. We'll sort you out with some good craft cast next time you're over here. Top Rope and Black Lodge do for Ray into cask locally. I mean, yeah, that's something I need to. One thing I need to have a look at in England is some Cornish beers. You know, the Cornish tin miners ales and all these kind of things. But yeah, no, I need to. Yeah, be cool. I need to get into English bitters a bit more and try a few more English bitters. The best English bitters I've actually had have been Swedish brewed because they've been done with American hops and things like that. I've not. I mean, I wasn't a great fan of London Pride. Pardon me, and these kind of things. It's just a style that I maybe need to, pardon me, try a few more examples of. So yeah, it'd be cool to try a few more kind of traditional things. I would like to try a few more milds. I'd love to try a few English milds on cask because that seems to be the English equivalent of a dunkel, actually. I do like a mild. So maybe if you can think of a few good milds for me, Adam, like a few good traditional milds, that would be awesome. That would be nice. You're a beast. Not really, not really. Just as I say, I don't drink outside of the reviews, to be honest with you. So yeah, you know, if I go out to the pub, if I go out to the Bishop's Arms or whatever, it's I go on the cola. I go on the Cola Zero. I don't really drink the beer. Let's see. Let me see. Cheese with beer or pretzels? Cheese and pretzels. Pretzels good with beer, actually. Pretzel and a Doffelbock's a good one. That's another fair point, definitely. What's your favourite beer so far, then? Do you mean generally, or do you mean out of the ones here? I mean, that's a difficult question. How many stars are there in the sky? You know, if I had to pick a beer in Sweden, maybe Narangi is a good one, or the Muscles double IPA that they did, or Evergreen. You know, one of the OO beers. I think I would really like the Skånsk Lager from Huli Brewery. Those are, yeah. I think Narangi and Narangi from OO Brewing, Skånsk Lager from Huli Brewery. Those are probably my two kind of favourite Swedish beers just now. You see, nothing of traditional Cornish brewing left, I'm afraid. That's a shame. It's a shame. I love the Icelandic Einstök White Ale. Yeah, I had that years ago, actually. That would have been like 2010. When did I go to Iceland? When did I go there? The review, I think, I might have reviewed that around 2012. Something I'm sure I reviewed that around 2012 and I actually went to Iceland in 2015. Yeah. So I've had that. I've had all the Einstök beers. I've not had their Scotch Ale. And I think I've reviewed the berry one as well. I need to review the Scotch Ale actually at some stage. Generally speaking, I actually don't know. I mean, I'm very lucky. I get to try so many good beers. It's honestly hard to pick. But, you know, Tempest Old Parochial is one that springs to mind. I really enjoyed that. I love a good Doppelbock. You know, probably the Schlenkerla Eiche would be the other one that I've really enjoyed. And, you know, a good old Rauch beer. It's always good as well. It's difficult to pick that. I've been very lucky. I've got to try loads and loads of beer from all over the place. Hugh would probably say that Sarah Hugh's might have seen a unicorn in them. But it's like seeing a unicorn in the wild to see that on cask unless you're in a specific part of the Black Country. Well, a bottle. It'd be cool to get a bottle of it to review, actually. Yeah. Although the owner's a bit of a tool, I actually quite Sam Smith's mild. Yeah, no, maybe we can have a look at some milds, definitely. We can have a look at some milds. Anyways, back to the beer box. You guys are distracting me. That's terrible. Right. OO Brewing once again. This is one that I'm looking forward to. OO Brewing 100 series. Their single hop New England IPAs. Again, 6.5% Mosaic. This will be really nice. All the hops, of course, are color coded. Where is it? Yeah. So there you can see 50-50. So green is for Mosaic, yellow is for Citra, the red is for Amarillo. So yeah, color coded beers. It's awesome. Color coded beers. There we go. So yeah, looking forward to those. Those will disappear quite quickly because I love OO Brewing's beers. Next one. Another Apex. This one is Broken Arrow. I remember that from We Were Soldiers. That's the bit where the guy like fucks up the napalm call when the Corsair comes in, and it just drops it on all of his own soldiers. Broken Arrow. It's when they get overrun. But yeah, this is another 6.5%er. New England IPA. Yeah, pretty cool. Again, Apex Brewing Company. They're from Nura, just to the north of Örebro, out to the west of Stockholm. Awesome IPA producer. Worth checking out, 100%. Absolutely. This one looks like it's a Dugis, and it is. So yeah, this is another one from their... is this from the Bite series? Yep, it is. So, Dugis Brewery, Landvetter, on just to the east of Gothenburg. These guys, one of the best breweries in Sweden, doing a lot of IPAs at the moment. Quite a few West Coasters. So the Fort West Coast IPA, 6.5% as always. Yeah, this one, we welcome you to Fort Road, Toppenish, Washington. Yeah, Columbus and Amarillo. This should be quite interesting. Yeah, I love these Dugis beers. We do have another one, actually. It's in the Bite series as well. A lot of these coming out. So we've got the Fort and the River. They always seem to release 2 every month at the moment, and they've got kind of similar names. They released a stout or something this month, but I've got so many heavy beers in the fridge already that I kind of thought, nah, just go for the IPAs. And yeah, these were only like 35 crowns each or something, and you always get a good quality one. So the River, it says this is Columbus and Citra. So yeah, Yakima, Washington. So these must be named after like different hop farms or something like that this time. So yeah, we'll look into that. We'll put these addresses in and see. But yeah, both of these are 6.5%. West Coasters. I love Dugis Brewery. These guys not afraid to try different styles, and yeah, so Toppenish. So I think this is just highlighting a hop. So yeah, you've got Toppenish, Amarillo in there. Then you've got the Yakima, Citra. So yeah, it'll be after different hop farms by the looks of it. So yeah, they're using Columbus as the bittering hop, you know, give you that big spicy bitterness. Then you've got a 6.5% West Coast IPA on top of that. This next beer, I know what this one is. I'm looking forward to this. Now, this is Sälens Fjällbryggeri. These guys are from Dalarna, which is one of the, you know, up to the northwest of Stockholm, you've got Dalarna and then Jämtland. Those are the big skiing counties. And this is a brewery who I've been impressed with, actually. I've had quite a few beers from these guys, and I've just always been impressed with the quality of them. And Amarillo Pils, really curious to see how that turns out. I've had a really nice Citra Pils from, where was that? Munich Brew Mafia. Don Limon it was called. So I love this idea of using different hops in German style beers, and the Pilsners and the Helles. I think that's a fascinating thing to do. So yeah, 5.9% are this one. Very, very curious about this. Love my lager beers. So this is one that I just kind of had to go for, the Amarillo Pils. Yeah, love reviewing different stuff from Sälens Fjällbryggeri as well. So we have, oh, yes. Right, this one I think will be quite interesting. Nerd Brewing. This one should be quite good. Is this the one? I thought this one was a collaboration, actually, but it's apparently not. So yeah, Nerd Brewing. These guys producing some ridiculous stouts. This is another edition of Override, and I'm sure I've had an edition of Override before. It's really difficult to keep track of all these different Nerd Brewing beers, but these guys are one of the best, the most highly regarded breweries in Sweden. Imperial Stouts. I've had a nice barley wine from these guys as well. I've also had, I've had a nice barley wine from them. I've also had a really good IPA, but yeah, it's always Imperial Stouts that they do. That's their kind of signature style. But yeah, the Override Imperial Chocolate Milkshake Stout Coconut Edition, 10.8%. Yeah, it seems that Nerd are going to release quite a few things. I don't know if they're going to release one beer a month or exactly what they're doing, but yeah, always nice to get something new from these guys. They've started releasing their barrel-aged beers recently, and I've not been able to get a hold of those, so I might need to see if I can get a hold of some other way. talk about that. But yeah, 10.8% Imperial Stout. For those of you who like the style, I'm thinking Paul Rameli, PA Brew News. You know, he loves these beers. So yeah, he loves Imperial Stouts. Yes, for this one then, Odd Island Brewing. Love these guys. Formed by some former members of In Flames. Festina. This one, 4.7%. 4.7% session IPA, hazy session IPA. I've been, as I say, I've been impressed with the low alcohol stuff recently. I like this brewery. I enjoyed their the black IPA I had from them last month. I enjoyed the Imperial Stout the month before that, and I just kind of thought I've been enjoying the low alcohol beers. I like this brewery. Why not? You know, that was it. That was it. Odd Island Brewing. These guys are from Lindom, which I think is southeast of Gothenburg. Yeah. So yeah, really enjoy this brewery. So Odd Island. Not sure if you can get these outside of Sweden. Come to think of it yet, but yeah, another brewery that's definitely worth checking out. Right. Okay, another one of my favorite Swedish breweries, Gothenburg, Beerbibliotek. Even more of the same. Even more of exactly the same, sorry, telling you the wrong name. That's a very short name for Beerbibliotek as well, actually. So yeah, number 298, a double IPA. Is it a New England? Is it? It says it's malt and wheat, so might not be a New England. They're saying double IPA as well. It's only 7.5%. I don't know if yeah, that's right on the border of what I think you could consider a double IPA. So yeah, 7.5%. But these guys do some awesome IPAs. I'll be curious to see exactly what kind of IPA this one is. But I love Beerbibliotek. These guys, you know, for only brew, you know, most of the beers they only brew once, but they're top notch. I love that brewery. Right. These guys, what's the name of this brewery again? Little 250 milliliter can, ideal for somebody like me. So this one is the Znark Brewery. I've got two IPAs that I still need to review, and I've got an Imperial Stout, and this one, the Hellas. This is the Hellas Lager. I couldn't resist that. This will be I'll tell you right now, I'll moan in this video. I will moan in this video because 250 milliliters for a lager is I'm going to bitch about that in that video. I'll tell you right now. I'll moan that this is not enough. But yeah, this one, it's 4%, 4.8% ABV. Yeah, this one. These guys. This brewery is actually a project of Pang Pang Brewery, who are the oldest craft brewery in Stockholm. So for those of you that aren't sure about who these guys are, Pang Pang Brewery, basically. So looking forward to that. We've got one more, and then I'll have a little quick look at the comments. Denmark again. Flying Couch. These guys, they do some really interesting stuff. So Wireless Water, double IPA. Yeah, this one is an 8%er double IPA, if I remember rightly. Where is it? Honestly, I'm getting on early onset Alzheimer's these days, guys. Dry hop double IPA, Wireless Water double IPA, this one. These guys, the brewer, I forget his name, but the brewer behind this brewery is really well respected. He's been involved in the Copenhagen beer scene for quite a long time, and this was a sort of side project that he started, and now he's involved in that full time, which is great. I think they've got their own tap room at the brewery and stuff, so I'll need to go and check that out at some stage. Like I say, whenever we get around to the imminent return of Meet the Brewery, there's quite a few breweries that I need to talk to about this, and Flying Couch would be one that I'd be quite interested in. So we'll see about filming those. As I say, we will need to see about filming those. Anyway, right, 1 second. I'm going to grab a refill. 1 second. There we go. See, this is one of Sweden's best inventions. Fanta Raspberry. There we go. Honestly, addicted to this stuff. I'm not even sure if you guys can hear me. No idea, but there we go. Back in the fridge. Okay. Right, there we are. There we are. Anyways, comments. Now I need to find out where we were. There's not too many. I thought there was more. Okay, where are these beers from? They're all Swedish or Danish. Swedish and Danish beers, Steve. Hello, bearded lefty. It's happening, bearded. I hope you're keeping out of trouble. You sounded like you were going to get murdered the last time you were on a stream with us. No, is that your new name, James? Have you changed the name of the channel? Yep, absolutely. Yep, it's a special tribute to somebody. Special tribute to somebody. I love Dugas Egypt. Yeah. It's now the Big Egypt. I think the original Egypt has been retired, and it's now Big. It's now Big Egypt. I don't think you can get the original anymore. He's another one, Mikael Engström Duga. I really want to get him on the channel at some stage as well. Oh, we've got Hannes. So Hannes is the man behind Nerd Brewing in Malmö. Lovely guy. If you want to hear more from him, you can check out my Meet the Brewery segment that I did with him. He was the very first one, actually, before we did the two in Estonia with Pojala and Puaste. So yeah, Hannes was good. I hope that Hannes actually, Aeromander from Puaste, I gave him Hannes's contact details. I'd love to see Hannes collaborate with Puaste. That would be a really interesting one. But yeah, no, nice. Always nice to review your beer on the channel, Hannes. Always nice. I hope I might need you to message me and tell me where I can get a hold. What shops still have some of your barrel aged stuff, because I've been struggling to find that actually. That would be good. Yeah, but nice to have you, Hannes. Nice to have you. Would you rather fight a single horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? That's a good question. That's a very good question. I don't know what would a horse-sized duck. I'm just trying to think what damage that could do. I'll need to get back to you on that one. But I like the question. I like the sheer bloody randomness of that. Do they have bottle shops in Sweden, James? If so, how are the prices? No, we don't have bottle shops. We have Systembolaget, which is a state-owned, government-owned alcohol shop. So anything above 3.5% alcohol has to be sold through Systembolaget. And in that case, the prices are good because it's run not for profit. Obviously you'll pay a little bit for the store and blah, blah, blah. But, just to give you an example, we'll have a look at this. 6.5% IPA. This is, this is about, usually these are about 40 or 45 kroners. Now I'm questioning myself. OO Brewing Nerd. So yeah, let's use a few examples then, just to give you the prices. We'll use the Nerd one, we'll use the pills, and we'll use this. So just to give you an example of the prices then. So the Nerd Brewing one, this was 80, I want to say. I think this was 80 kroners, so that's roughly about £7.25 for an Imperial Stout at 10%, so that's probably cheaper. This beer was 30 kroners, so that's about £2.50. That's a 330 Pilsner, of course. So yeah, this one was 35, 330 West Coast IPA, 6.5%, so about 35 kroners for that, roughly £3.10, £3.20, something like that. The Swedish IPA, 6.5%. I'm sure this is like 40 or 45 kroners. 45, yeah, 45 kroners. So that's like £4 for this can for a 6.5%. So that's cheaper. The Danish beers that I have, usually you would add on 10 kroners for that, so you'd pay roughly an extra £1 for the import fee, and that's because you've got import companies based here in Sweden that bring the Danish beers across. That's the general rule. You'll pay maybe about 10 kroners more for a European import of whatever description, so that obviously the import company can get their cut, but the import companies send beer to the restaurants and blah blah blah, and you pay a little bit more. You pay a little bit more for it depending on whether the beer comes from outside of the European you know, the European Union, because we get Russian beers, we get some other random stuff as well, and you'll pay just a little bit more for those because of the tariff, obviously, they have. So Shane, I hope that answers your question. Hope that kind of gives you a rough idea. So the Swedish prices are quite cheap because of the fact that it's state-owned. Finland, if Riku was watching, he could tell you Finland's a little bit more expensive, but they're the most expensive country that use the euro. Norway was a wee bit more expensive, but again, their currency is stronger and they earn more, obviously, as well. But relative to the wages and stuff here, that's the thing, is everyone says the Scandinavia and the Nordic countries are expensive. It's expensive as a tourist, but if you live and work here, it's not really. Your wages are good. The wages are very good. Yeah. Window Thomas, nice to have you. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Yeah. Hi, James. Hope you're doing well. Oh, we've got Eduardo. I always forget what city it is in Catalonia that you're from. I always forget that, and it annoys me. But yeah, Eduardo is from Catalonia, and I need to meet up with him in Barcelona at some stage and do a wee tour or something like that. I need to get to mainland Spain. I've never been there. Catalonia would be lovely as well, of course. All good, mate. Just a little bad on my part. A little bit bad on my part. Are you being naughty again, Brett? We love it when you're naughty. Hannah's saying, your banana milkshake stout is in my next beer order. Oh, that would be good. Nice. Last time I was streaming, you said I looked proper bad. No, it was just the thing that was funny was you had the pink mohawk, and then you were just looking like tired as shit, man. That was it. I remember you were just looking tired as shit. Oh, it's always good to have you, Brett. It's always good. We love you. Might be sold already, but I think we can sort that out. Oh, that would be good. That would be good. That would be awesome if we can try some of the stuff. I think I missed out. I was actually going to order the stuff from Kiosk, but I got trapped in Scotland, so that was why I missed out. I was going to stop in Copenhagen, buy the beers from Kiosk just out of the shop. Then I got trapped. Ryanair wouldn't let me on my flight, and then I had to stay in Scotland for an extra 2-3 weeks. So that was unfortunately why I missed out. But yeah, if we can sort that out, that would be top class. Would love to have a go at some of that age stuff, actually. Yeah, cheers. Anyway, let's crack on. We have a few more beers to take a look at. Yeah. Fermentarana. These guys are doing some awesome stuff just now as well. These guys are from a little place called Strömstad to the north of Gothenburg, not too far from the Norwegian border. This one is, I think they've got two actually, so we'll get the other one. Is this the other one? Yeah, right. Yes, so I forget the names of them. Yeah, so Niklas and Anna. So I don't know what this beer is. It's to celebrate their 3-year anniversary. So yeah, it's 3 years since they sold the beers. They've released these. They released a sour beer this month, but I already had 2 beers from the brewery. And as I say, I didn't want, if I bought everything that I wanted in this Lokal Småskaligt, I would have ended up with about 60, 70 beers, and that's just too far. But yeah, this is Niklas and Anna, the guys behind Fermentarana, 3-year anniversary. Their IPAs have been really good recently, so I kind of thought, yeah, I have to have the pair of these because it's a shame to split them up. It's a shame to split them up. There we go. Oh, is the internet signal going shitty? Ugh. Yeah, but yeah, both of these are 6.5% ABV. Are they both New Englands? Yeah, they're both New Englands. There we go. Both New England IPAs. Guys, tell me in the comments how the picture and stuff is looking on the stream, because I don't have the stream open. So tell me how the picture is. Yes. Okay. Oh, right. Interesting. So this is a brewery who have done some interesting stuff. Northern Exposure, they started off as Nordic Kiwi brewers. They're based in Ekerö, which is to the southwest of Copenhagen. This is the first Imperial Stout I've had from them. This one's an Imperial Coffee Stout, 9%, and it's brewed in collaboration with Stockholm Roast. So, yeah. That should be quite an interesting one. Yeah, these guys, this is another brewery that I'd like to feature on the channel. You guys, if you've watched for any length of time, you know that my love of New Zealand hops. So these beers always have some really interesting things to them. I like Northern Exposure. They've brought another New Zealand brewer in recently, and they've been doing some really nice stuff. If you get the chance to try Dolphin Love, lovely New England IPA, and they're doing a few more experimental things, but yeah, I like this. So yeah, Imperial Coffee Stout. As I say, I was trying to go fairly light on the Imperial Stouts this time because I've got quite a lot of heavy beers in the fridge through there actually. Yeah, another local brewery for me then, Remalouv Gourds Brewery. Had their first sour recently, which was released in January. I reviewed it a little bit late, but pineapple guava. I just thought this would be interesting. I need to get a bit more familiar with guava. It's this one, yeah. So this is a Berliner Weisse, 4.3%. The one that I had last time I quite liked because it seemed to kind of be quite traditional at the same time. It wasn't like such a big sweet sour things. It's nice to have a variety of things. So these beers were quite easygoing, just drinkable sours actually. But yeah, Remalou have got some interesting beers. So looking forward to seeing how the pineapple and guava go together actually. It's an acquired taste, but now I love a sour. Yeah, it takes you a wee while to get used to them. It does take you a wee while. I mean, I don't know where you are, Shane. Whereabouts are you based? If you tell me that, maybe I can recommend a brewery or two for you to look at. We've got Sean. Yo, James. Good to see you go live again, pal. Stop thinking you know how to unbox beer. It's all beer, isn't it? It's all foreign beer. It's got O-A-U in it. It's still got all the foreign writing on it, innit? Yeah, anyway, nice to have you, Sean. Always good. Enjoy the banter. Yeah, another Beer Bibliotech one this time. So we've got Crossing the Streams in the Dark. 297. I don't know what's going on with the labels. The labels look like, are they meant to be like this? Or is that, yeah. I think they might be meant to be like that, actually. They've got these little watermark things on them. Could just be the plastic on top of them has been a little, maybe it looks like, the plastic layer that goes on top of the artwork. It's all like bubbled and stuff. There's quite a few of the beers are like that this time, actually, which is unusual. But yeah, this one, Black IPA. I love a black IPA, as does my friend Herben at Dutch Beer Geek. He's a black IPA slag, absolutely. But yeah, number 297. What number was the other one? Was this 296? No, 298. So yeah, this one's the black IPA, 6.5%. Yeah, Beer Bibliotech do a very good black IPA. So yeah, I think this might be the only black IPA. No, it's not. Telling you lies. I have got another black IPA. So yeah, Crossing the Streams in the Dark. I love a black IPA. I love Beer Bibliotech. So again, why the hell not? Why the hell not? We have just a few beers left. Just a few. Cardiff. Oh, I actually don't know then. I was going to say, well, Vault City should be fairly accessible to you. Have a few Vault City things if you haven't already. Yonder. I can't remember where Yonder are actually. Wild Beer Company, I know. They're in Somerset, so they're not madly far away from you. Come to think of it, I don't think I've had a Welsh sour beer, actually. I honestly don't. I don't think I have. But yeah, Yonder, Wonder Beyond, I think, do a few different. No, I'm thinking of that. There's a few of the breweries in Bristol do some interesting sour beers. Adam is your man to ask about that. He's very, very clued up on all of these things. Maybe Adam, if he's still listening, I'm sure Adam will recommend you a few things. But I need to actually get a few more Welsh beers, actually. I need to have a little. Pardon me, I need to have a little dander and get a few kind of Welsh beers in, actually. That would be good. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, this is another one I'm looking forward to. So, the Black Celebration, 10 Hands Brewing Company. Now, these guys, when I first encountered them, I think until my last video that I did from them, they hadn't released any any beers that were not New England IPAs. So this one is a 12.5% Imperial Stout, Black Celebration. These guys are from Karlstad. This is an upcoming brewery. Not sure how available they are outside of Sweden yet. They're still fairly small. But I think these guys are going to be a brewery who are very, very appreciated. The last New England IPA I had from them was actually a bit too boozy, I thought. But yeah, this one, I think, I'm curious to see about this, their Imperial Stout. I always love, I think this is a good way to get a good measure of a brewery. You have, it's for the second anniversary. That's what it's for, second anniversary. But I think to get a good measure of a brewery, what you want to do is you need to have a look. You need to have a look at something from the light end of the spectrum, like an IPA or whatever. Something from the dark end, like an imperial stout, and if you can, a lager beer. Lager beer is, if you can do a lager beer well, that's the sign of a technically good brewery. That's the sign of a very good technical brewery. So yeah, our next one. Oh, what's this? Oh, yeah. Akia. Now, this is another kind of up and coming brewery, I think. I've been impressed with what I've had from them so far. These guys are from Kungsbacka to the south of Gothenburg. And this one's just called, it's a Black New England IPA. I knew it was a black IPA. Didn't realize it was going to be an OT based one. So this will be interesting. So this is After the Sunset, Before Dawn, Black New England IPA, 6.5%. Akia Brewhus. They're based in an old mill. I've had a rye IPA from them. I've had a West Coast. I've had a New England double. What was the last beer I had from them? That was an oatmeal. That was a kind of 8% stout. And that was very, very nice. An oat stout, they called it. So, yeah, I think they released a New England this month, but obviously, because I hadn't had a black IPA from them, that was the one that I went for. But yeah, I think these guys are an interesting brewery to watch out for at the moment on the Swedish side of things. Akia Brewhus, a Black New England IPA. That'll be interesting. Hopefully they do like a proper West Coast black IPA at some stage. Can you call it that? A West Coast black IPA? I don't know. Our last 6 beers. Aha. Another Danish one. Amager Brewhus. Now, one beer I also need to get a hold of. Batch 2000. I need to see about getting one of those. I don't know how many batches of that they're doing, but yeah, Batch 1000 is one of the best West Coast IPAs you'll find. I don't know if Batch 2000 is a West Coast or a New England, but I love brewery. And, if they release anything, I tend to be on that, actually. But yeah, I've heard that this is a good New England one. This is a bit lower in alcohol. It's 5.8% ABV. It's got Amarillo, Citra, and Simcoe in it. So, yeah, 440 milliliter, this one. Kilo the King Huddles. It's got a dug on it. I love dogs. I love the dug. So, yeah, there we go. Black Top Can, as always, from Amager. These guys, yeah, probably one of my favourite breweries. I always enjoyed the Amager stuff. Don't get enough Amager these days, actually, but I always keep an eye out for them. Our next one then. Yeah, this is another brewery. I actually just bought this one because I liked the name of it. So what is the name of the brewery with this one? Birium. Surte, Sweden. Is this the place? Surte in Sweden. Let me just check this. Surte, Sweden. Sweden. The municipality, where is it? Västra Götaland, so that's Gothenburg area, is it? Yes, the north. Right, okay, to the north of Gothenburg. Okay, all right then. Yeah, there we go. All right. Yeah. So these guys, Birium, not sure about them. Renegade Priests. I love a bit of Father Ted, so this caught my eye. And it's a black IPA. I love a black IPA. Again, another plus point. So these guys seem to be just a very, very small brewery who are kind of starting up. And as I've told you many a time, we've got about 700. It's probably even more than that. It's probably about 750 breweries here in Sweden now, which is impressive for a country of 10 million. Or is it? It's probably nearer 11 million now. Actually, I've not looked, but yeah, you can find some real gems among the very small Swedish breweries. So if I see something that just catches my eye, I always just think, fuck it, why not? That's it. So yeah, 6.9%. This one, I'll need to do a wee bit of research and maybe write to them if I can't find something. Because yeah, beernews.se, beernews.se. In other words, that's where I get most of the information on these breweries. But sometimes the breweries are that small and that new, and there's so many of them that they just haven't written an article on them yet. So yeah, I've actually got a tripel from a brewery. What's the brewery called again? I've still got the article open to write the notes. El Allegan Brewery, in Allegan, from Kungälv to the north of Gothenburg. So yeah, I've got, I like trying these different Swedish breweries, just because you can really find some gems. So yeah, I'm not actually sure. I don't know how many people we've actually got watching from Sweden tonight. Come to think of it, I think most people are from random places. So it's quite cool, even to raise the awareness about the Swedish beers. Absolutely. Mm. Yeah. So, oh right, I forgot about this one. So this is a brewery. I think I've tried to order a few beers from these guys before, and this is the first one. I always put it in the basket, and then the website moans, "Oh, you cannot get this in Skåne," blah blah blah. So this one is Skellefteå Brewery, the Spruce Diamond Frog Lord. It's a barley wine, 11% ABV. So a spruce infused barley wine. I think that'll be very interesting. Yeah. So not sure what to expect from that, but that will be an interesting one. Skellefteå, I forget how far north that is, but is that Norrland? Where is that? Skellefteå. I know the city. I forget Västerbotten. It's not. Is that about? It's further north than Umeå. It's kind of between Umeå and Luleå, actually, and Piteå. All right, so yeah, it's fairly far north. It's about 75% of the way up Sweden, roughly, just to give you an idea, but 75% of the way up. So yeah, Sweden is very, very long. There we go. Okay, so yeah, now we know. So yeah, Skellefteå. I wasn't sure exactly where it was, but north. I thought it was a bit further inland actually as well. It's right on the coast. So yeah, our next one. This is a brewery who I haven't had anything from in quite a wee while. So Hornbeer. These guys. I remember the first beer I had from these guys. It was a stout, and they've always got interesting artwork. The woman, it's a couple that do these beers, and the woman's an artist, so she hand paints all of these artworks for the brewery. And they had a beer, the very first beer I reviewed from these guys. I bought it in Kiosk, and it was or was it the other beer shop that closed down? It could have been the other. I forget what that other shop was called. It's near where Kiosk was. But yeah, I think I bought it there, and it was a beer. It was a big imperial stout. It had like a guy on a horse, like, Vladimir Putin riding the horse topless and stuff like that. It was to take the piss out of him, and it had the gay rainbow on it. And apparently they got hacked. I remember that. They got hacked by Russian hackers and had to stop selling that beer for a little while. But I think they re-released it later. I remember that. But yeah, Hornbeer. These guys are from Kyrkjeheininge. And I want to say, is that Fyn? Or is it Sealand? I forget which island it is. But these guys are from the countryside in Denmark, actually. Be cool to feature these guys again, because it's been such a long time, actually. It has been a very long time since I've had one of their beers. Oh, right. Okay. Yes. There we go. So, now, this is one, I have to say, I was a bit unsure whether I wanted this one or not. But I kind of thought, bugger it, because I've been impressed with the stuff before. Elm 11, brewery based in Malmö. And this is a collaboration with Nerd Brewing, who we mentioned earlier as well. So, discovery by reflection. Now, Elm 11, the guy behind Elm 11, I forget his second name now, but his name's Anders. Lovely guy, tattooed arms, red head, very distinctive guy, but he's just such a bubbly man. He's lovely. I want to feature him on a Meet the Brewery at some stage. I really want to feature him. But yeah, Elm 11 Nerd Brewing, Discovery by Reflection. This one's a fruited Imperial Goza. What percentage is this? 7.5%. So this, I think, is the strongest beer we're having from Elm 11 so far, but with raspberry, rhubarb, and toasted coconut. I've had one or two beers with rhubarb in them before, and I can't remember. Rhubarb, I always used to like rhubarb flavoured rock. My gran always used to get me Edinburgh Rock, and it had rhubarb. I always liked the rhubarb ones, but I'm not a great fan of rhubarb crumble and all of this kind of thing. But I just kind of thought, Elm 11 I haven't gone wrong with Elm 11 yet, so I just kind of thought I like raspberry. Coconut and raspberry could be an interesting one. Rhubarb, we'll see about this. So yeah, I'm hoping that I like this one. But you know, Elm 11, very up and coming brewery. They do some awesome big fruity sours. Actually, that seems to be their specialist style, and they're actually brewing in Lille Ølfabrikken. So that's in Rosengård in Malmö. Nair Brewing are brewing there. Lille Ølfabrikken, Chad Beer, and you know, Elm 11 seem to be getting involved too. So I'll be interested to see whether Elm 11 sort of buy into Lille Ølfabrikken as well. But the artwork on these beers, I love the sort of, it reminds me of, there's a Swedish band called Atoma, and it's like this ambient metal kind of thing that they do. And yeah, the Elm 11 beers really remind me, the artwork on these really reminds me. I don't know if Anders designs them himself, because there's no artist credited on these. So yeah, or brewed at Molecule in Malmö, Sweden. Not sure, but yeah, the artwork on these beers is beautiful. The Elm 11 stuff. I might need to ask Anders actually to give me, you know, just some of the labels, because I'm sure we'll have some of them as stickers. I might actually just ask him if he can give me a couple of the labels. Last beer for this one. This is one of the craziest ones I think that I've got this time. So let me just fire the link into the chat so that the other guys can join in when they're ready. There we go. Let's see. There we are. So the beer that we're going to have a look at for the last one, let me just fire this in. There we go. Get it back. I'm terrible with this. Terrible. I work as a programmer as well. Still terrible with these things. Our last beer that we have for this one, I think it's probably the quirkiest one, actually. Mohawk Brewing, Gypsy Brewery, based in Täby in Stockholm. But this one is brewed in Gothenburg, actually. It's Slakthuset. So this has obviously been brewed at Spike Brewery. But this one is the Grappa Barley-aged Baba Barley Wine, 14%. That was the thing that got me about this. When will you ever see something that is Grappa barley-aged? I'm going through a bit of a barley wine phase at the moment, almost. Going through a barley wine phase. And I just thought, a Grappa barley-aged barley wine. That's bound to be interesting. So yeah, this is a 14% monster. It's just craziness, isn't it? It is just absolute craziness. So yeah, that is just a bit mental. A 14% crazy Grappa barley-aged barley wine. So that's mental. It is actually mental. Right, let's just see. Sending out this link so that the other guys can join. Open it up now. One for Davor. I was going to send it to. Let me see. There we go. There we are. All right, we'll see who is available to join. Yeah, so yeah, that is all of the beers for this month. I'm guessing Marolo Alba. Yeah, Marolo Alba. I'm guessing that this is the Grappa that's been aged in here, or the Grappa barrels that's been aged in. But yeah, those are your 37 beers that will be getting reviewed this month. That is very, very nice. So yeah, need to find space for them in the fridge for those a bit later. Yeah, there we go. That is your unboxing session for this time. All right, so let me see. Okay. Man, brain is just dead today, guys. Let's have a little look at these comments. Yeah, I actually had a nice little morning today. I stayed with my friend up in Hurby in the countryside, and we had, had a kebab pizza yesterday. We watched a film, and we just chilled, and we went for a wee walk in the forest this morning. So yeah, that was good. It was good to be out in the countryside a little bit. I had a few meetings today, a little bit of work to do. So it was pretty chill. So yeah, no, it was good. So now just relaxing. We've had our stream, and there we go. Oh, we've got Raggy has joined us. Good evening, Raggy. Check your messenger. There's a link for you there. Jump in. So always good to have King Raggy on. We've got Eduardo saying a Father Ted reference. Absolutely, absolutely. Do you ever keep the artwork, James? Some of the artworks. I actually have a few cans up on top of my fridge, and when I move, which I need to figure out when that's going to be, when I move, I'm actually going to make like a kind of dedicated area to reviewing, because at the moment I just use my desk, and yeah, I just use my desk. I've got a few cans that I've kept in bags that I want to use as part of the background when I've got the space to do that. So yeah, I don't keep the artwork because I've got a photo thing. I used to keep Instagram up to date with all the stuff that I'm doing, but they changed Instagram and I hate it now. So yeah, I used to do, Instagram, all the stuff that I was reviewing. So yeah, I've got an archive of all these things, and the Instagram used to be used for that. But yeah, some of them I do like. Yeah, I guess that. Let me find, where were we? Barley wine, 11%. Yummy. Yep, definitely. A nice 11% barley wine is always good. Yeah, I'm curious to see how the grappa does with that as well. Actually, I'm curious to see how the grappa barley thing does, but I think I've actually ended up with about 2 or 3 barley wines this time. Oh, and one thing I just noticed as well, looking at the top of this Northern Exposure one that I had is actually a nitro. First nitro beer they've done as well. Shake 3 times, pour it vigorously, wait a bit, and then it's good to go. I've always been a bit unsure about nitro canning. It's almost just a little bit too smooth, if that makes sense. Nitro is interesting for sure. Yeah. We've got Craig saying, cheers, James. Yeah, Craig, hopefully you can join a little bit later on as well. And we've got Raggy saying 37 beers. Yep, I don't know why I do this to myself, but actually it'll be quite nice, because what I was doing, I've still got quite a few. I've got a few. I need to work through the rest of the Slovenian stuff. I've still got a few Dutch things as well, but most of those are big boys, so they'll sit for a while. I've now got the Finnish things. There's an Austrian box coming this month as well, which will be 12 or so beers. So yeah, I've got that. So got quite a lot of stuff just now, but I think that's going to be, the Austrian box will be the last box for a wee bit. Actually, that's going to be the last one, and so yeah, I need to work through Davor's Slovenian stuff, work through the Dutch things, and then the Austrian stuff that comes as well. And I've got a bunch of Finnish heavy stuff now as well. So yeah, that's it. That's it. Craziness. Just sobering up after 3 lives. Absolutely. That's it. That's it. Sometimes you just need to chill, for sure. Let me see. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, no, that's sometimes you just absolutely need just a chill day. At the moment, yeah, I've been studying for Swedish exam. I have another Swedish exam in, I want to say, just over 2 weeks. I've got a Swedish exam coming up in just over 2 weeks. So I need to prepare. I've got a wee presentation that I've prepared for the spoken part, and I need to get revising my vocabularies. So yeah, that's that's the next thing. Vocabulary is honestly the hardest part of Swedish. There's so many phrases and so on that you just have to kind of get in your head and use them in the context. It's very tiring. The language course I'm on just now is very tiring. I've got an economics essay to work on as well. So all go at the moment. Absolutely. Yeah. So to come on and do something like this, it's just a little bit chill. Let me just see if Harry might be doing his live stream just now. So let me have a little look at this. Yeah, Harry's doing his own live stream just now, actually. Harry said he was going to join a little bit later on, so we'll just need to see. So yeah, guys, let's hear this in the comments section then. Tell me your favorite local brewery to you. Det kan jag, men om jag pratar på svenska kanske du har ingen aning vad jag säger. Så vi ska fortsätta att använda engelska under livestream, can man säga. So yeah, I do speak Swedish, but I need to record, actually. I need to do a few Swedish reviews, actually. I have got an idea for my first Swedish beer review that I'll do. But yeah, no, my Swedish is getting good these days. It is just a case of memorizing the vocabulary. I'm currently on Swedish level 6 of 8. But yeah, it's just in the case where at the moment they're teaching us to do all these kind of collocations and stuff like this. So, and they're teaching us about writing argumentative text. So it's basically doing stuff that you learned in high school English class in Swedish. So yeah, it's useful. It's kind of useful. It's like an academic Swedish course, actually. Svenska som en främmande språk, I think they call it. Svenska som ett främmande språk. Yeah. Harry's on beer 2 out of 3. I'm just waiting for him to get the dragon soup on the go. I wonder how many dragon soups he's got in his house. That stuff is brutal, absolutely brutal. Yeah, Tiny Rebel. Actually, I need to review Stay Puffed. I really need to get a hold of Stay Puffed and have a little look at that. I've seen that a few times. I don't know why I've never reviewed it. I think I've seen lots of the different editions of it, but I've never actually seen the original. So I need to try and somehow get a hold of the original Stay Puffed, and get a review of that done. Then I'll try a few of the kind of alternative ones. So yeah, Tiny Rebel are a brewery that I do need to review a few more things from. Still loving Polly's at the moment. Just wish they had a tap room in Liverpool. Yeah, and I need to, as I say, I want to get to Liverpool and have a little look at Love Lane and things like that. Adam sent me some really good beers. I need to have a go at some of some more things from Top Rope, actually. I enjoyed that stout that I had, but I'd be curious to see what their IPAs and things were like. What was was it Black Lodge was the other brewery that you sent me? Because I remember their beers were a little bit, they struck me as being a little bit sort of farmhousey, I remember. And I thought the Imperial one was a lot better than the lower alcohol one. But yeah, there's good stuff in Liverpool these days. There is good stuff in Liverpool. So yeah, we need to do some out and about filming when we're there, actually. Yeah. And we've also got Mersey beers. It has at least 4. I need to try those. That's something that Harry and I should maybe do, is the dragon soup taste off. But man, that stuff is absolutely brutal. It is absolutely brutal. Actually, it's just craziness. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Did you say you work as a programmer? I do a bit of Python. I do bits and bobs. I mean, my time is quite limited at the moment just because of studying Swedish, because yeah, that's the key, citizenship applications and stuff like this just now. So study Swedish and so on. But yeah, I did quite a lot of Python during my university days. So yeah, I need to I've got a course lined up to do some Java and things, and I need to do a little bit of C. And so yeah, it's I have to say what I've experienced in programming is a cold and unforgiving mistress, but yeah, it is fun. It is quite satisfying when you can. It is quite satisfying when you can kind of build that up and make a program that works. And we have King Raggy. How's it going, Raggy?
Not so bad, thank you.
Nice to
You
have
know,
you.
I have appreciated your reviews for a long time. I've watched your reviews. You're straight talking, typical Scottish bloke. And, I like your reviews. You don't mince the words, you say it as you see it. And it reminds me of myself in a younger way, in fact.
Oh, thanks for the kind words. It's quite funny to be told I'm straight talking because I always feel my reviews are kind of waffly. I'm just like my head's so full of shite. It's just like it's. I think it's got like my head. I think it's probably fair to say it's like structured shite, basically. So, but no, it's good. It's nice because I think it was the guy. What happened for me was the guy started posting in the group because I think I think it might have been Peter Clueless Drinker that discovered your stuff, and then he started sharing the things in the he started sharing the stuff in the group chat that we've got, and it was just things. So there was little clips of some of the stuff was coming up, and then the exploding bottle one was my favorite. I just that's one of the best moments in the things. You're just reviewing this beer, then one of the ones next to you just explodes. It's brilliant. I love it. I love it. I love it. Awesome. Oh,
Oh, fuck's sake. Fucking phone.
I can still hear you good. It's all good.
So yeah, that was Normand in Hanoi. So I'm sitting there reviewing, and this is before I had the beer wall, and I'm sitting there reviewing, and all of a sudden, this fucking cherry beer blew up on the. I'm like, the fuck, and I'm like, shit, and I'd had issues in the house with rats. We had an issue with rats, and it freaked the fuck out of me. And pardon my French. And yeah, these French people, they speak a lot of naughty words. But anyway.
I say
So
that as well. I'm always like, excuse my French.
Yeah, we'll blame the French. But yeah, I mean, I've actually put a funny on my site now, on my YouTube. I've actually put a funny list. And obviously, I've done 2,000 reviews. Obviously, we know when you're a bit drunk, you can't remember what you've said and if it was funny or not. But so I get people saying to me, you need to put this in your funny reviews. I mean, I did 2 reviews one night. I was steaming. The first review, I was bad. The second review, I was absolutely pissed to hell. I'm like looking at the camera for a minute. And I didn't even realise I was actually still filming. And, and I look back and they're actually quite funny reviews, to be fair.
That's the thing. If you want, yeah, I know Craig's just commented saying, "Great to see you on." Yeah, no, it's Craig does the blooper videos. You should ask. I think I know that Peter watches your stuff quite. How do we say dedicated? I don't even know if that's a word. My English is getting bad these days because I'm focusing on Swedish so much. But no, Peter watches your reviews quite bad, and we get the little clips of the raggyisms. So you should ask Peter to make you like a best of raggy. You should ask You should ask Peter to do that because I think we should. Oh, Peter's a sarcastic bastard. I love him.
Oh, I love sarcastic. I get that sense of humour. That's my sense of humour. It's funny, I've been reviewing for like 2.5 years, and I mean, Dean's Beer Reviews came to me very early in the channel, and I was a bit, what's the word, scared, nervous of going on, and didn't really understand the technology and all that. And to be honest, I still don't know. But and obviously, I was going through shit myself. A couple of years of awful shit. And it's only the last couple of months since I've been doing reviews and actually looking at comments. It wasn't that I was an ignorant bastard. It was because, I've been going through stuff. And, the beer tuber community is amazing. And, the likes of you, Ken, Adam, Dean, And there's so many great people out there, you know, and one day I'll get to meet everyone, you know, to shake their hands, sort of thing. And yeah, it's been a great journey just lately.
Yeah, no, it's been good because that's the thing is, I think it was, I can't remember. I think, as I say, Peter discovers lots of things on YouTube, and I can't. I'm trying to remember when he first posted the wee clip of your thing in. We need to add you into the group chat actually. Um, well, I think it was Peter, and I think it was just I think everyone just kind of grew to like the raggyisms. We call it the raggyisms, the things. It was the stuff like when I was watching your review the other night. It was like what was it? So I need to get to my fucking laptop and I need a piss, and that was the last of the last words on your stream.
Yeah,
It just cracked me up. I was just like, oh man, I love that.
it's you know, I really don't give a shit, and but I'm nice with it. You know, I'm not trying to be an arsehole, you know, and sometimes I worry that I upset people, and I have to check back with people just to say, look, did I go too far? You know, and you know, even as a 49-year-old, fucking 49, fuck that, fuck. People keep saying you're 50 soon. And you're like, well, fuck off. Yeah, I don't want to be 50. I didn't want to be 49, you know. I mean, I like being 29. 29 is a great age. And then you're 30 and you think, fucking 30? What's that about? And
That's
now
me.
it's like 15, you're like, fucking hell. It killed me hitting 40. It's like, oh shit, I'm halfway to death, you know, and fucking hell.
Oh yeah, no, I'm 29 now, so I'm getting there.
Oh, fucking hell. You're going to fucking hate being 30. I do apologise.
Oh no, it's good. It's good. No, I've got my little guy, and it's like that came earlier than expected, but that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Yeah, no, but I think wouldn't change my it wouldn't really change anything that I've done, to be honest, so far. It's been good.
No. I don't think you can change anything, can you? You know, life is, you learn from the shit, you embrace the good side of life. You know, it's all about learning into, you know, you learn who good people are, you learn bad people. I mean, I had a year where I met the worst personality I've met in a lifetime. Somebody who was a bully, and I'm 49, so you know, I come from shall we say, a rough background, you know, so I'm used to people who are challenging, and this person was something in the extreme, and you know, when your mental health is not good, this person got the better of me when I was low, and yeah, now you know, when I'm strong, you know, that sort of person, you're like, fuck off. But yeah, at the time, I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
But
no,
that's
that's it. I mean, that's it. Sometimes you meet kind of poisonous individuals and stuff like that. And I mean, I've met a few people. I've worked with a few people that they kind of, some of them didn't take to me because I was like, nah, this is shite. It doesn't work. You know, they wanted you to be really like, oh, it's like, nah, it's shite. It doesn't work. It's like, you know, some people can't just take just being like that. That is, we're not that. What is the point in doing it this way? That's one of my
what
flaws. That's probably one of my flaws, to be honest. I don't do the best at being. I'm not the best at just being diplomatic. I'm just like, nah, that shite doesn't work. Let's do it this
yeah,
way.
but I love that side of you because you know, Scottish people in general, you know, they'll say what they say. You know, they do as they say. They're like, oh, I'm not fucking taking that shit off you. I mean, I in the last year and a half, I worked for an old bloke, and he was a Scottish bloke, and he was the first veterinary surgeon in Nottingham,
Hmm.
and did his garden. His wife died 6 years previous, and me being a gardener, you know, I come from a good background as being a gardener, and I actually know what I'm doing. Funnily enough, people can mow grass, but that don't make you a fucking gardener. And I came to his garden, did his garden, and you could see in his face what he got out of the garden. Obviously with his wife being a gardener, it resonated with him. He could see me bringing it back to what his wife used to do, and and he used to watch me from the window. I knew he was watching me, but it didn't bother me because you're paying someone to do your garden. You're going to watch them. You're going to think, is he doing that fucker right? He's not chopping down the fucking weeds and leaving the flower, the wrong thing. And sadly, he died after Christmas. And I didn't even know he had cancer. And fucking broke my heart,
Mm.
And I've actually got some of his Glenfiddich whiskey up there. And, I drink to him now and again. And lovely bloke. But he was one of these, he was never going to let cancer defeat him. He was a true, shall we say, what's the word? Without being offensive, he was he had his true Scottish personality. I am what I am. I'll do it my fucking way. And that's the way. And he broke his hip in December the 18th. He broke his hip, bless him. Went into hospital. And they mended his hip, but he obviously had cancer. And even in hospital, he still was thankful for the way that I did his garden. And, there's some things in life that really touch you. And such a flipping great bloke. And sadly, he's not here for me to shake his hand and say thank you. And I love the fact that he was true to his personality all the way to the end. He was, I'm not fucking bowing down to cancer, COVID, or fuck all. I'll go when I want to go, and he did. And fair play to him.
That's it. No, that's fair enough. That's it. You meet some characters like that. I mean, I found that I did my teacher training actually in Durham in the north, and it was actually I ended up in Middlesbrough and Darlington and stuff like that. Darlington was all right. It was quite funny. The kids that I taught in Darlington, they were like, "What is this guy all about?" Because because they looked like like they're like, oh, like he's like Swedish, he's Scottish. What's going on here? They were like, what's going on that? But the kids were all right. You just have to learn to troll them. I just trolled the shit out of the kids, and they did that. But I mean, the thing was, like the folk that I worked with in Darlington were great. They were awesome. But then I got put in a school in Middlesbrough, and it was, I have to admit, I did find the mentality, I honestly think the mentality in England is very different from how it is in Scotland, actually. I mean, I found that, like, to me, England is very, like, hierarchical. It's like, to me, it was always kind of like, and it was in the second school that I really felt like this. Like you had the people, I'm senior management, you must respect me. And it's like, well, not like. And there was another Scottish student at this school. We were just like, no, you're a fanny. We don't respect you. So it was, and I actually had an incident in that school. They caught a kid. They caught a kid. Well, there's a kid who he was accused of smoking in the toilets. They searched him, which I don't think they were allowed to do legally. I honestly don't think they were. And they didn't find any cigarettes on him. Then this guy just turns around and says to the kid, like, I've decided that you did this. And you're just like, what? You've searched him, you found hee-haw, and you're just telling him, I decided you did this. And it's like, what kind of message is that to send to the kid? And then they sent the kid basically just turned around and just said to him, fuck off, and like walked out. And I was just sitting there on my computer like, yeah, he did. I was just like, good on you, son. And this guy, like, he had a younger senior management guy with him who wasn't much older than me. He looked fucking younger than me. And he just said, "Oh, a bit of entertainment for you, sir," because there was these folk. They didn't know your name. They didn't know who you were. So, "Oh, sir," and it's just like, oh, "Nah, fuck off." It's just like that. And I just turned around and I just said to him, like, "I'm not okay with that. You abused your position there. You just bullied a kid. I hope you feel like a big man." And then after that, like that went to my mentor, and they complained to the university about it. They complained to the university that I turned around and told this. What I don't even know what he was. Was he like a deputy head or something like this? Yeah, they went and complained to the university that I just told them. I told them off for bullying a kid, and I was like, "Well, how are you meant to make a kid trust the system, if you like, if you're going to abuse your position like this?" I don't know. I come from a military I come from an armed forces police family, and it's just kind of like I was always taught. I did stuff in the air cadets and things like that. I did a little bit of the officer training corps and stuff like this, and it was just I was always told it's a more power. The best leaders are the ones who command by. It's far more powerful to be respected than to be feared.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, I mean, you'll upset folk. I mean, in my school that I worked in Sweden, I had two colleagues in particular. There was one woman who was Swedish and she was like 50. There's another woman who was younger than me that was Canadian. And those two just used to talk bollocks about everybody behind their back. But the two of them were scared. The two of them were terrified of me. Because they always said, "Oh, you've got a way with words." And then I just wouldn't take any of their shit. And there was another woman she was Swedish as well, and she was great. Like they were scared of her as well because she just didn't mince her words either. And the two of us were very close. So yeah, I mean it's you get some folk who are very insecure in themselves, and then I think it's the people like that. They're the sort of people that will abuse their position. They think, "Oh, I've got here. You have to respect me," and you're just like, "No, fuck off." You get people that are like that. I think, but for me, it's just when I was in England, I just felt there was almost that kind of separation, if you like. It seemed that they were like, "Oh, I'm in this position, you have to respect me. It doesn't matter how good I am at the job." Whereas, yeah, that was my experience in the Middlesbrough school, but in the Darlington school, they were like, "Nah, that we're a team, we get this done together." And I was like, that's it. But I don't. I found them the thing that was interesting for me in England was in the north. You had all the north compared to Scotland. I felt it was quite like deprived, but there seemed to be this sort of passiveness to it, and I was just sitting there like, why do you put up with this? Like, how do you put up with this? Like they rejected the chance to have like a local government. Like we've got the Scottish Parliament. I didn't understand this. How can you have all these problems and you're not like at your local councils to fix this shit? That's what I really didn't get in England. Actually, was like, why are they not doing something about this? They seem to just accept that was the way it was, and I'm just like, come on, no. I don't know.
I mean, obviously I'm in Nottingham, so we're in the East Midlands, and we're in a similar sort of boat, really, because London is the main area, obviously, and as a Nottingham person, I have for me, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and even Ireland, we're all family, and we are the Europe as a whole, we're different to Europe, and for me, we're all the same. As for I think it's the poor versus rich. I come from a very poor background, and then you get the rich, the London and all that area. They're supposedly the rich. They're not all rich, obviously, but it's a poor versus rich, and then in another sense, I've got a mate who's so I run my own website, dcmu.co.uk, which I've done for nearly 20 years now. That's been a long time. And so my background is into video gaming and hacking video games consoles. So my website is all about that. So my server admin is from Sweden, and he's a bloke called Martin Nathel, Nathell, and he actually does whiskey reviews. Well, I know he does, and that's part of his thing. He does whiskey reviews, but he has his own. He looks after his website is emulation64.com, and he's also a Juventus fan. So Juventus.com, and great bloke. Looked after my websites for years. Does gardening in the summer, but in the winter, I think he just knocks off, because the winters in Sweden, as far as I know, are quite harsh. So he knocks off in the winter, and it's but as a Swedish bloke, fantastic bloke,
Where do you know what city he's in?
I don't, and that's quite sad, really, because I'd love to meet him, as a person, like me talking to you. I'd actually love to meet him, talk up, drink a whiskey or a beer or whatever, I don't give a shit what it is, but and actually have a chat to him. I know nowadays he's got a wife, he's got kids, like most people have these days, I mean, now I've got a 28-year-old daughter, one grandkid here, one on the way, got a 24-year-old son, got a 10-year-old. I think he's 10. Yeah, he's 10. Yeah, definitely 10. And it's funny, over the years on the internet, how we all grow up. We start off as quite sprightly young people, talking shit and getting away with it, and then we grow up into adults, maybe, and I still don't feel more adultish than I was 10 years ago. I don't know about yourself.
Oh, I still don't either. My head's still full of shite, like bloat. I still feel like the kid at school that got suspended for making flamethrowers in the chemistry labs.
Bless you.
It's just I had a thing the other day. Like, I'm friends with some of my old teachers on Facebook, and they're like, one of my history teachers. I can't remember how it came about, but she was like, she mentioned me and said, "Oh, like that time that James Marshall like tried to blow up the school." I didn't try to blow the school up, but if I'd tried to blow up the school, it would, I would have done that. So I was like, I was making flamethrowers, and then I said to her, "I'm qualified to blow shit up. Now I've got a master's degree in chemistry, so I'm qualified to make flamethrowers and blow shit up." And she just wrote back. She's like, "I'm glad you were so inspired at school." I was like, "Exactly." So, but she's actually a rector now. So she was like, "That'd be funny to go and work under her, actually, to go and be one of her science teachers, having tried to blow up the school, basically." Yeah. Oh, your camera's gone weird, Raggy.
My internet connection seems to die a bit. Because I'm down the I call my beer room, or even that room. My internet connection does seem to die a bit now and again. I reckon it's the insulation around the shed. It does seem to play up a bit.
Interference, yeah. I'm going to rattle through the comments. There's quite a few comments have come in.
I just need to go away now. I'll listen to you.
All right, cool. I'll do it. That's fine. So we've got top rope is 3 miles away from my house. The corner. That'd be quite cool. To sort something out with top rope. Aye, awesome. Great in-depth. No, cheers, Shane. Nice to have you along. And thanks for the kind words. Great to see you, Raggy. We've got Johnny being like, "Hi James, how's it going? Beers around the world." Oh yeah, Tusk. Actually, I think I have a bottle of Tusker in Scotland, but it's probably out of date by now. Oh, and we've got Bum Bum Bum. Nice to have you, Thomas. It's been too
Fuck
long
you,
since
greasy
you've been on
Scottish
one of my.
bastard.
Yeah, bastard, Jay. It's been too long since you were on
What's
one
my
of my.
name?
What's my fucking name? I still love that scene. What's my fucking name? Douglas.
What's your fucking
Yes.
What you fucking drinking then, man?
I'm on the raspberry. I'm on the raspberry thing. You guys have been on streams together, haven't you? You guys know each other.
I've never been on a stream with Raggy. No, man.
Have you not been on a stream with Raggy?
No, man.
I've watched you on Kent Bear's stream before. Yeah.
I've been on many streams. I'm fucking all over the fucking place, man.
Bless you.
Bless you too, mate.
Yeah.
So how are you all doing this evening?
Doing fine. Doing fine, yeah. Doing rattling away. I need to get a refill on my Fanta raspberry soon, actually, and I've got my chocolate mousse that I did. I've got my chocolate mousse. I thought I was in the shop earlier, just before I got out, and I just thought, Ken, something. I've no had chocolate mousse in years. Why no? And it's got foreign on it. It's got a foreign name on it, isn't it?
It's a foreign name on it, isn't it?
It's got two types of foreign on it. It's got French, and it's got Viking in it.
It's very foreign, isn't it? Give me 2 minutes, man, because you were talking about a raspberry. Give me 2 fucking minutes, right? I'll be right fucking back.
Oh. These Dutch people swear a lot, don't they, Raggy?
Fucking hell. Do you know, for a sec, is he Scottish?
No, he does. He's got like a Shrek Scottish accent. He likes to do it. Comes out more when he talks to me.
Fucking hell. It was going that fast then. I'm like, fucking hell, I can't understand a fucking word.
Yeah. So, are you here, Thomas? Are you hearing this? You're confusing with your accent.
Fucking am I confusing what fucking about?
You sounded like a real Scottish person, really going at it then. It was like, fucking hell, couldn't understand a word. Bless you.
James, tell you where I'm fucking from.
Where are you from?
I'm Dutch.
Bless you.
No, seriously. Ik ben Nederlands. Je kan lullen wat je wilt, maar ik ben Nederlands. Ik ben niet eens Engels.
Yeah.
I'm not even English, dude. Billy, really, I'm not even fucking with you. I'm Dutch. No, seriously. I mean, if you want me to, if you prefer, I could be American. Does American make you feel better? Does that make you feel a little bit more comfortable? Because I can do that.
I'm from Nottingham, so we don't give a fuck in Nottingham. But
Nottingham. Yeah. You're from Nottingham, are you, right?
Aye.
All right, there you go. Yeah. No, I just thought it's funny because James was talking about being on the raspberry. I'm actually on the alcohol-free today.
Are you?
It's a raspberry.
Watching your figure.
Yeah, for you, man. Otherwise, we can't have a fancy bump. No, it's a raspberry blueberry sour, 0.5 ABV. ABV.
Wow. Every time I drink alcohol-free, I get some serious abuse off all the comments. Like, get off that fucking shit.
No.
That's the see. Those are the best. Those are the best trolls. Those are the best trolls that do that to you.
What's that fucking shit you're drinking? Fuck off.
I'll tell you. I've had. There is a specific Dutch. I think it's 0.5 ABV. So technically, you can't call it alcohol-free. It's 0.5 ABV. It's a 0.5 ABV India Pale Ale, which is better than some 6 or 7% ABV IPAs I've had. You fuck off with your it's shite because it doesn't have alcohol. If it tastes right, it tastes right. And I'm onto it. It's game. I like it.
Yeah. That's it.
Talking about alcohol-free and / low alcohol-free. I've had some of the ones from the UK. So let's talk about St. Peter's, Old Speckelen, Doom Bar, and what they do. And I don't know why they do it. Surely somebody is drinking this and thinking, fuck me, what's with this? And they overly do it on the malt, so it tastes like tea, and it don't taste right. And
It doesn't.
no, and they go overboard on the malt, and it's like, fuck me, I can't drink this shit. And some of the low alcohol / no alcohol ABVs taste nice. You drink it and you think, oh yeah, there's no alcohol, but it tastes nice. And then there's some, and it's like, fucking hell, it tastes like tea was gone overboard.
Yeah, it's that weird herbal. I want to say herbal bitterness, but not herbal bitterness. It's more like a herbal rank.
Well, it's the thing as well, because you've got, from what I understand, there's new methods of how to actually make like alcohol-free beers. Because originally the old way they used to do it was you just make a normal beer, then you'd boil the alcohol off, and of course that's going to fuck a load of things with a beer, basically.
Boy.
But now they seem to have a new method. The other thing is, I think you can centrifuge it, but that's quite a difficult thing to do. But the thing that, and it was actually it was Ian Parrell from Pojala that was telling me this. Because he gave me their Virmalised beer, which is their alcohol-free IPA. Yeah. The Estonian with the tilde.
Can you imagine, just very quickly in between, can you imagine just walking into a British pub? What do you want to drink? I have a
I think that's the thing, it's in the Nordic countries, the way to see beer, öl. I think that's what it is, just the öl. And then you go to Finland, it's öl. And then in Estonia, öl. Yeah. That's yeah. I think that's what it is. It's probably just like the folk were that pissed to like öl. It's like, yeah. But there's that thing in Germany, if you go to Bamberg, and I want to say there's a brewery called Zwergla, and they've got a dwarf on the thing. It's the shortest way to order a beer in the world, and you just say "u," and then your friend has to say "a-a-u," and that's like, me too, I want one as well. And that's literally like it's based on the Franconian dialect or something like this.
Basically, that would be me after. That would be me after like several pints. That would be me after several pints in any pub, going, "What do you want to drink?"
So
I'm being a bastard, mate. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Can I have a pint?
Sorry, I'm being a bastard. I'm not even having any alcohol, and there I go. I'm already being a bastard. I'm sorry, James. I'm fucking up your live stream as usual. Unfortunately, I'm not fucking up you, and that's a bad thing.
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah. Yes. So this is another thing. As you know, I don't know why I feel strange calling you Billy and not Raggy.
I know. I keep thinking this is the first time I've ever found out that you're Billy, not Raggy.
Yeah, no. It's weird for me. It feels weird to call you Billy. It's Raggy,
right? The fucking hell! I saw Raggy. I totally it said Billy. I'm like, who the fuck is Billy any fucking way?
The funny thing is, I've been on the internet since probably 2000, and when internet when there was emulators for the Nintendo SNES, and so my internet name is Ragster.
Ragster, even.
Yeah, you can Google that, and they're not always right, but I've been part of Console Vision, DC Evolution, DCemulation.com, and my own site, dcemu.co.uk. And I'm still doing that website now. And so it's strange, when people call you, certain names, and you think to yourself, yeah. It's amazing to know that people remember you as Ragster and not Raggy or Billy. Yeah, it's
right. Yeah.
It's different.
It is weird. Yeah, I know. I've had like some old internet handles that people still from back in the day used to call me, and it's just fucking weird to hear people say that. But you know,
it's not calling you a wanker or something. That's better, you know.
I know I am a wanker, so people can call me a fucking wanker. Fucking wanked one out like 5 minutes ago. But sorry, what?
See, the kids that I used to teach, they call me Mr. Bang, because what I used to love to do to them.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
No. What I used to love to do was just get them silent, just make them be absolutely silent. Let them work for about 5 minutes in silence, and then just shout bang, like go to the back of the classroom where they can't see you, just shout bang. They'd fall out of their seats and everything, but like, that's your break time. Go and have a wee break, guys. I just used to love doing that. Yeah.
Fuck you, Paul. Fuck you. Actually, fuck you, Paul. Yeah, fuck you.
My OCDs get me now. I'm going to rattle through the comments because you know what I'm like.
Because I'm gonna take a quick piss. I'll be right back.
I get. See, this is the thing, Raggy. If I don't rattle through the comments, I get stressed. So Steve said,
when I'm doing lives, I can't stand to be less than a few seconds behind. So I understand.
No, I'm just like, I found you last spring. Billy popped up in my recommendations. Yeah, that must have been about the time. Yeah, I think that's about the time. Yeah, that we started seeing the Raggy clips in the chats. I love it. Yeah, you definitely need to speak to Peter and get Peter to like edit you together a little best of Raggy thing. Absolutely.
You know, to me, Craig is, you know, he's gone through some terrible stuff, and we can all go through that. And to me, he's also a lovely person, and I can't wait for that moment when I shake his hand and say, you know, hello, Craig. You know, it'll come soon.
Craig's a top guy. I mean, I met him in Manchester was that 2018? I think it was spring 2018. That's when I met Craig. That's the only time I've met him in person. But I mean, that's it. I mean, yeah, Craig's had a kind of horrendous time, but he's a top man, top guy. So I hope that that's one thing I'd love to have is for you guys to come over to Sweden at some stage. Once I've got my new apartment and things, we can have a wee camp out or whatever. That would be awesome to do. And to have you guys to get you over for Bruskival or something would be awesome. Because we've got in May, we've got the Mikuler Festival, which is over in Copenhagen. So about 40 minutes on the train. But we've also in August we've got Bruskival, which is about 40 minutes the other way. So yeah, and I can show you Malmö and things. So that would be nice to get you around, definitely. Recommendations can be fantastic, absolutely. Yeah, I got recommended about you and Craig from everyone I've met. You? Oh yeah, okay. Shane, I had to leave my job because of a twat like that. Yeah, that's when we were talking about the annoying people at work. Cool, Steve. Oh wait, Davis is asking, have we had a technical error? No, he's all good. Cheers, Thomas. St. Peter's is like drinking Weetabix. Okay. We'd love to join, but a difficult few days with the daughter. No worries. Well, Craig, just join in. Whatever. If it's up to you. A lot of AF is also a bit overly soapy. Right. We've got with no worries. Yep. Definitely go there, Paul. Oh, Raggy, this is another guy you need to meet. Paul, this guy is mental. Do you know PA Brew News?
I've heard of him. Yeah.
Paul. The reason we went to Manchester was to meet Paul because he came over from the States. Paul's in the woods in Pennsylvania. He reviews. Paul's thing was that he used to review his beers in the basement and play black metal in the background. So Paul would be drinking. He loves Imperial Stouts. He's a massive guy. He's about 6'5" or 6'6" or something crazy like this. And he's just an absolute nutcase, and that's why we love him. But he used to sit in his basement, review beer with black, like church burning and black metal and things like that. It's great. You need to meet Paul at some stage. Absolutely, we love Paul. Cheers, Paul. Just jumped on, had to be on my day off for training, screwed up my beautiful day in Pennsylvania. It was March 2018. Absolutely. Jake, get in here. Get in here, Jake. And then definitely looking forward to tearing through some Swedish brews and ladies. Oh dear, Paul. No, Paul, anytime you want to come to Sweden, fly to Copenhagen though. Don't go to Gothenburg or Stockholm. Fly to Copenhagen. Cheers, Jake, for this review. There we go. Stress-free. We've seen everyone. That's it. There we go. This is good chocolate mousse, by the way.
Can I just quickly, I really don't want to go here. Can I just really, really, really point out that the British royal family is shocked at allegations of racism. This is a royal, I actually just posted this on Facebook. We're talking about the royal family, the head of what was once an empire built literally on the subjugation of I don't know how many people throughout the centuries, is shocked at allegations of racism. Oh.
The thing is, they're trying to say, oh, we're not saying which royal it was. It will be Phil the Greek. It will be him. It will be him.
Fuck him. Sorry, I just really fuck. It's
I'll bet you the one that's made the comment about the little kid's skin color, that will be Philip. That will be him.
No fucking doubt.
But I mean, I've got no time for them. I think, honestly, when Scotland does go on its own, we'll be a republic. That'll be it.
Please, unless you can be the monarch.
Nah, I wouldn't want to be.
If you are, can I be your jester?
No, you can be my mistress.
Ooh, I'll have it. Does it mean I need to shave though? Does it mean I need to shave?
No, that's fine.
All right. Will you shave? Bits.
You might as well ask me if I'll become a Christian. No happening. Yeah. Here we go. But no, that stuff. Just I don't know. I've never had any time for them either.
No, me neither. But I just thought it just popped up in the news feed. I just think it's ridiculous. Yeah. I just had to point it out. Like, I'm sorry. I know many British people will be watching, and please, come on, please get out.
Just, I don't know. No. I've just been. I'm trying to keep that out of the mind, but yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Who knows?
Right. So.
Oh man. What are you guys up to tomorrow? What are you up to tomorrow, Raggy?
Oh, another day of work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mowing all day long, and and then a drink at 3 o'clock ish.
Yeah.
Bit of reviewing, and sort me up to room out. Job's a good one.
Sure.
Yeah. Tomorrow I've got a bit of work to do. Need to go over my vocabularies again.
Since when do you work?
Never.
All right. Well.
Yeah, no, I need to. I've got work tomorrow, and I need to go over my vocabularies. So vocabulary exam on Saturday. Woohoo!
Go all over your vocab.
Yep, that's it. Ruglum fluide.
Unterglieben, globen.
Yeah. Oh dear. Dear.
Yeah, for me it's just basically work again. It's the restrictions are being lessened a little bit, so next week we can have more people in the shop, meaning we can so that's nice. It'll still be with some restrictions, but it'll feel a little bit more like the last 3 months, in both very positive ways and in very negative ways. It felt like a year.
Yeah, I mean, I saw today that reducing the restrictions in Scotland. I need to read what the restrictions are going to be. In Sweden, they don't seem to care. It's just that, do your social distancing 2 meters. That seems to be it. How are they? How are the restrictions in Nottingham?
Wow, we're the same. Nothing new really. We're waiting for I think it's April the 12th. And then the pubs and shops can reopen in a fashion, outside pubs can reopen, but not, inside pubs.
So it's only beer gardens, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That's my friend. One of my friends is a copper, and he was saying, yeah, beer gardens are allowed. And beer gardens seem to be allowed in Scotland soon, but not the inside pubs. So no. No, we'll see. Craig's saying he had his vaccine today.
All right, Craig. Nice, mate. Good on you. Can't wait for mine.
I don't know when I'm getting one. I need to get before I go to the States, I think.
I need to figure out how they've been really upping the program here in the Netherlands, because Europe has had some bullshit with one of the vaccine suppliers where they had trouble supplying. So we're actually doing pretty good. I think we are 4th in Europe right now when it comes to vaccinating. And the entire idea is that for everybody who wants it, by the way, James, vegetables, have you heard of them? No, potatoes, that's your vegetable. Anyway, the idea is that come July, for anybody who wants it, the Netherlands should be vaccinated. So I'm really hoping for that, because that would really make such a big difference. But that's, Yeah,
I think. I don't know what the deal is. Oh, we lost. Maybe his battery was running out. We'll see.
Could be. I love you. I love you. I couldn't say this before because, I felt weird, but I love you and I desire you in my life and in my body.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking to you. You know that, right?
Yeah.
No, what's going on? Is Raggy gone?
I think he's back. Let me see. He's messaging.
Oh. Yeah. All right.
I think his battery was dying.
Probably.
Oh, we'll see.
So how's life been lately, mate?
It's been all right. I'm just getting tired. My brain's just getting dead. That's one of the things.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I just said he's clicked off by mistake. Lewin kicked off.
What?
He's just saying I think he clicked off it by mistake. He's saying.
Well, he can get back in if he wants to, right?
I'll just write that. Feel free to join. Okay. We'll see. There we go. But I know, my brain's just a bit dead these days. It's just like not being able to. The Swedish classes were having to do the digital classroom and things. We're not actually in the classroom, which is weird for a language class. It's not as immersive and so on, So yeah, we'll see.
You'll get there, especially when you get a little bit more vegetables in your system.
We'll see. I mean, I don't see the point because I'm Scottish, so my life expectancy is like 40 anyway. So
that's true. That's fucking true, isn't that, mate?
Yeah.
Get fucking in there, right?
That's it.
Yeah. No, I feel you though. Like the last few months here has been like a freaking roller coaster.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Just trying to see if Hazza's still Harry's still live.
Is Harry still alive?
It says on the YouTube he is.
Harry's always like, let me go quickly check the YouTubes. Let me go check the YouTubes.
Harry is.
Who's doing live streams right now?
I should send one to Rod actually. Let's send a thing to Rod and see how.
So yeah, you and I are online. And Blue Nose is online, and Simon's online, which, you know.
Simon's on his stream. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Aye.
Harry. But, let's see. Yeah, there's 7 people watching us, and there's 4 people watching Harry, so we win.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to stay on for like very long, though, because I need sleep.
Oh,
and miles to go. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, and I'm getting to that point as well. I'm like, oh man.
I just want to finish up some. Yeah, I just want to finish up some stuff online at some point and hit the fucking hay.
Yeah.
Sleep and I have not been great friends lately.
Yeah, I need to get these beers into the fridge and just. Aye.
No, you need to get them in your system.
At the moment, I honestly can't be bothered.
Have you had any beer today?
I've not had a beer in 2-3 days. Yeah.
Really?
It's been quite nice, actually, yeah.
Lame.
Yeah, it's just I was honestly rattling out a lot of stuff. Well, Paul's saying he's going to join in like 15 minutes. Oh, we need to hold out and let Paul say hello.
Paul, I can't promise you if I'm going to be there, mate. I will try to do my best because I'm both sleepy, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. I'm not going to finish that word.
Horny.
That would be something, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh Christ! I'll be right back. I just suddenly got a shitload of texts in. I'm just going to quickly check my phone, but it's on the charger right over there.
Oh yeah.
So I'll be right back. Okay.
Always, I'll just rattle through the comments quickly. Old Phil has never said anything rude before. Please. Oh yeah. Don't start here. Too long, you'll go all sissy. Oh dear. It's what every trailer park wishes it could be. Absolutely. The vaccine. Did you try Chubble? Chubble? I actually don't know what beer that is. Let's have a little look at this. Chubble. I've heard this. Chubble beer. Chubble's Cloudwater Brew. What's this? A triple New England. I've not had this. The Chubbles. No, don't recognise this one. I don't recognise this one. I'm going to have a look at that. Time to open a beer. Always time. But yeah, if not for me just now, I just can't be bothered. Easy, Steve, no bother. Yeah, Paul, as I say, it'll be awesome to have you on in 50 minutes. Guys, my brain is just absolutely dying today. It's just actually insane. Just absolute craziness. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, what David, if you're watching, David, are you talking about the Cloudwater Chubbles? Is this what you're talking about? Let me see. Oh dear. Oh.
Guess who's back?
Guess who's back?
Again.
Yeah.
Wait, why the hell did Ken say it's the Mrs. Thomas? It's the Mrs.? I didn't get that. What does he mean with that?
The Mrs. You've got a woman on the go.
It's the Mrs. Thomas. I'm not just trying to figure out what I said or what you said that he replied that to.
Your text.
Oh, Jesus. Now I get it. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. It's a seasonal special. Yeah, the Cloudwater Chubbles. So much flavor. So yeah, I need to have I don't know if I've had a triple from Cloudwater yet. Are you guys getting Cloudwater in the Netherlands?
Yeah, I've had a triple IPA from. I've had a few. I've had I've had Chubbles, I think. Yeah, I've had Chubbles. I think I've got the can somewhere. I think I saved the can at some point because I was at that point. Yeah, you've seen the wall of shame, the in the reviews, and I kept cans at some point. So I think I've had Cloutwater pops up here and there every now and then, but I'm under the impression from some of my UK mates that Cloutwater isn't what it used to be. And I trust their point of view, so I should try a little bit more. But every time it gets out, a lot of it is like the really worthwhile beers that everybody freaks out about are quite expensive, and I've only got that much money to spend, really.
I think it goes in peaks, and I think it goes in peaks and troughs, to be honest with you, because maybe about between like April and September last year, some of the Stigberget stuff was like, just spot on. And then the stuff they've been doing recently, I think it's good, it's fine, but it's not like earth shattering, if that makes sense. I think it goes in peaks and troughs for breweries.
Yeah, I think it's like a double-edged sword when it comes to that, because it's the hype train. It is the hype train. It's always the hype train. Where we all freak out about this brewery, and then we get used to it, and we're all like, And there is, of course, the fact that the brewery is aware of the fact that they are the hype train, so they try to push out as much as they can, one new beer every 2 weeks, and then people go freak. Sorry. Wait, I need to reply to something.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, that's it. How's your beer supply doing? Because you had a ridiculous supply.
Dude, I got like, I had what has been coming in lately? There was one particular viewer that sent me 22 beers in 10 days, loads of them being barrel-aged bastards. I've actually got beer from, it wasn't literally from Canada, but it was from a Canadian brewery. Collective Arts from Canada is opening up a European web shop. And they were like, would you guys from the Dutch Beer Collective promote a little bit? And we're like, yeah, fine. So basically, I got beer mail from Canada. That is fucking weird as, I don't know, mate. It was amazing. So yeah, I think right now, somewhere like I don't even know how much beer I have right now. It's somewhere in the 160s, I think. No. I lost fucking track, mate. I can't keep track anymore. And yeah, it's amazing. So just wanted to say for everybody who's watching, for anybody supporting the channel, like who's been sending me beer lately, it's been amazing. It's been absolutely bonkers, and I love you all for it. Thank you. So yeah.
No, I mean that's the thing, is we were talking about this last time. It's when you get the beer mails, if you get a lot of IPAs, you're like, oh shit, no, it's a time bomb, and then you have to like, yeah, that's the thing is. But then I've found the thing. I've ended up, I've still got about 12 Dutch beers to look at some of them that you guys gave me, some of them that I bought myself. They're all like barley wines, imperial stouts. And I'm just sitting there like, oh man, I can't deal with another imperial stout. So that's the other side of things. I'm just like, oh my god, like the Dutch stuff that's still there. I still need to review that Märzen lager from Jopen.
Do it. Because it's a lager. You want to try that as fresh as possible. But I will say, I've still got 2 IPAs that you gave me. But a good brewed IPA or good brewed lager will last like 6 months. I was very happy that the biggest beer mail I've got for the last. Thank you, Thomas, on sub. Thank you, Paul. Is that the last 2 beer mails I've got were basically beers. The 22 beers, I think 17 of them were barrel-aged stouts and barley wine, so at least they can lay for like a few months. But yeah, I know exactly the feeling you get. Like people want to send you beer. Here's the crazy new haze bomb, and then you suddenly got 20 haze bombs in your refrigerator, and you're just looking at them. But you keep looking at those beers, and you keep looking at your liver, you keep looking at your gut, and you're like, oh no.
And that's the thing is at the moment, because we're not getting as much exercise as we would normally. So
yeah, well, when you and I are together again, there will be a lot of sex exercise, so that'll be fine.
Exercise, yeah, that's it.
Sex exercise. Yeah. tucking the beards and everything, like, you know. I'm like, great. Yeah. Don't downplay it. You know you want it.
I actually was tempted to. I mean, I need to see what my program is going to be beyond September. I need to figure a few things out. But I actually was tempted to maybe to see what Harry's plan was. If things open up, it might be cool to come and visit you, and if Harry can come over as well, that would be quite a nice wee thing.
You guys can come over as long as you come over, right?
That's the condition.
All right, then it's fine. You guys can come over. No, but seriously, I've got the space here. I've got the. You've been here. You know how big I live, so it's all great. And you and Harry can actually. I've got a spare 2-person bed, so you and Harry can actually, you know, shag up and bunk up and buckle up. You know.
Yeah, no, because it's not too difficult a journey. The bus to Hamburg and then the bus up here was actually fine. Because that's maybe something we can do, is we can maybe meet in Hamburg and we can do a little bit of out and about filming, because there's a few brauhouses and stuff there, and there's a brewery, Altes Mädchen, who's it's an American style brewery. So that might be something, is if you jump up to Hamburg and we can meet there, do something.
But here's the best part: if we can make that happen, Hamburg, I need to find out how long that drive is for me by car. But I could take my car there. You guys come by bus or plane or whatever. I take my car there. I'll pick you up. I mean, I park the car somewhere. We spend a night somewhere in like a hostel, and we get shit faced. And then we go back by car to my place. We'll spend a few days here. Right? It'll work.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It'll work.
Harry was actually saying that he wanted to drive from where he is to Sweden. I was like, that would work, because I was like, I could just fly to Bristol from Copenhagen, and Harry can drive to the end of England, and then I can do the foreign bit. The foreign part.
You can foreign. No, you guys were going to pick me up some Cantignon.
Well, that would be the thing, is you could jump on the train down to like Bruges or something like that, and
I suppose I could.
Yeah, and then we could, because that's the thing, is a lot of these places in Belgium, they're in the middle of nowhere, you know.
It's true.
Yeah, because I'd be quite keen to go and see some of the monastery stuff. Oh, how easy is Achel to get for you?
Here?
That made me think, because Achel have just lost their Trappist label.
I was about to say that. Don't get too excited because they're not Trappist anymore. Yeah,
no, because that was the thing. I was going to say, if you could, I'll check, because I've had one Achel beer, and I was just going to say, if you could get me the other 3, that would be handy, if you can hang on to them, because they'll last for a while, won't they? But maybe I can arrange a mail from you later in the year. Oh, we've got Paul. Paul's here. Hello, sexy.
Hello. Just going to see how it works at the house with the bad internet. We'll see.
Okay.
Do you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you. You're like it's one of these things that you've been posting with your face superimposed onto somebody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's this one?
I don't know. Some bitch. International Women's Day.
Is that? Oh man, you're a terrible man, Paul. You're a terrible man. But that's why we love you.
I just wanted to come in with the camera off to make sure that my internet can handle it. I guess it is. So I guess I can jump on for a bit. Oof.
And we've got Harry.
Oh God, it's all the sexy men right here, right? Fucking no! It's a freaking orgy in here, people.
Oh God, it's all the sex men.
And I'm clean. I just got out of the shower.
We prefer you
when you're rarity.
I highly doubt that you're clean, but
no,
maybe you're washed, but
I'm washed. We'll use the term washed for this one. But no, my internet seems to be working today. I don't understand.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Stop it right there. Don't jinx it.
Yeah.
Don't.
It's working. Fuck it. You said you wouldn't be on in a few minutes, so I figured I'd just jump on now.
Yeah, dude, I'm just because I'm gonna probably like give it like 10 more minutes or so and then get the fuck out and try and give my sad old, elderly physique some rest. Yeah.
I just get it. I just slept all fucking day, so I get it.
True.
I get it.
True.
Yep.
How's everybody doing?
Good. I mean, it's the nicest fucking day in Pennsylvania this year, technically. If people like, fun and sun, and it's like it went from -7 Cs to all the way up to like +20 Cs in the same fucking day. But it's it's really nice and clear and stuff. But unfortunately, I had to go do a bunch of training at work, so kind of screwed up my day. And then when I got home, I just said fuck it and went back to bed. But whatever.
Basically Tuesday.
It's basically a Tuesday. It turned into a Tuesday. I have some beer here though. I have Central Waters. I have their vanilla cherry stout, which is a bourbon barrel aged version. And then I have another bottle of you bitch. Morehouse's Black Cat.
Oh, nice. I mean, Paul, just to think, you know how Adam sent you the track here, the 160. Have you published that review yet?
The track ale.
The track
also pronounced as Tracker House Ale.
That's required. Yeah, the track hour or whatever. The house ale, the 160. I didn't publish it yet. I need to.
No. I want to watch that review because I love that beer.
I have it up. I just got to hit the publish button.
Hit the poof. Hit the poof.
Yeah. Well, I got to boof it still. I just didn't boof it yet.
Go boof it. Go boof.
I don't know if I can get back on, but I can try.
No, then don't boof. Don't boof. Don't boof. Wait.
See, all of a sudden, now I'm no boof.
No. Don't boof. No boof. You can boof later. Go boof. We all need to boof at some point, but boofs can be, extended to later. They're important things.
Yeah. I already have it up. I'll tell you what, though, that fucking Puyallup Tempest 160 that was aged in the 2 different whiskeys and stuff was pretty fucking good.
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful.
That sounds good. Ooh,
and it just my ABV 13.2. Like, yeah, good session strength. They were talking. I was talking to Thomas a couple days ago about coming back over in 2022. And I was wondering if we were going to go to Bamberg or go to England or wherever we were going to go. But I want to talk to Greg. We're both. My bath water. But I just want to know what basically Craig wants to do too. See what we can go because I want to meet. I want to see him again. So if he can't hit Germany, I'll just go to England.
Well, Craig has been talking about that he wants to come to, he can get a train to Amsterdam, and from Amsterdam he can go to Groningen, and Groningen is basically 25 minutes for me, so I can go pick him up over there. So then he will be coming to the Netherlands, but if he's willing to go to Germany, we can all, I don't know, invade that country for a change. See how that
I did it. It was pretty fun. It was good times. So I'm looking forward to that again.
I'd be up for driving on the wrong side of the road.
The other side.
Wrong.
No, it's a country that if I go to, I can actually drive without killing people. Well, no, I can still kill people.
Harry, if you're nervous, you can. I'll fly to Bristol. You can drive the English bit, and then I'll drive the foreign part. Innit?
You can drive the foreign bit. It's funny because my car's foreign as well. My car was made in South Africa, but it's
Harry, I do need to point out something. I'm your wrong side of the road.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. I need
the wrong side of everything.
What were you saying, Paul?
I need fish and chips. Slower and louder, and you'll get there one day.
You bastard!
I'll just keep shouting what I want in English at people, louder and louder and louder until they understand.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe you'll like have a panic attack moment. And you'll start shouting like your dad did in the elevator. In the lift. It won't work.
Comprehend. Oh, that's classic. That was a classic moment.
All she asked you to do, all she asked you is what you wanted to drink, and you started freaking out.
I still remember. I don't know. I still remember, Paul. I still remember you telling those girls in that hotel in Manchester that you and I were in like a band together.
All of us were. We're all in a fucking metal band.
Oh, come on. And that's just sad because I think Paul and I are the only two that actually are musical.
I'm not musical. I make noise, but yes.
Yeah, but you play an instrument, right?
Yeah. Well, not well. Good enough.
Just because you have headphones, Harry.
I know. I was. Yeah, there's a reason why I have fucking massive headphones.
Well, he was.
I used to be one of these.
He was a DJ. I'm a master at the skin flute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not. Here we fucking go. I'm still not allowed to sing in live streams anymore. So
sing.
That kind of
well,
sucks.
you wake up your neighbors if you want. That's why if you come over here, we could do a live stream in the woods, and you could just sing by a bonfire, and it's fine.
But fuck off. This actually happened. I'll admit I may have had a drink or two, but I was singing right before a live stream was going to start, and I had my headphone or the earplugs in on the laptop, and I didn't hear the doorbell. So at some point I took these off, and the doorbell was going, and it was the neighbor going like, "Are you aware that we can hear you singing?"
No.
Yes, I am.
No,
I am now.
now.
No, since then I have not been allowed to sing on. But no, people don't want me to
Thomas is
sing
just
on.
rocking out. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Yeah.
It's fantastic.
I know you love it, but don't do it.
Oh, come on. I love my plastic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Huh? Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
You can also do that here as well, Thomas. Like, I'll take you up to the forest and won't murder you. I'll just take you up to the forest and you can sing.
No, you want me to take you want to take me up to the forest for some dogging.
Yeah. Why not?
Take it up the forest road.
I'm pulling iron.
The forest road.
It's the forest road, isn't it? Yeah. Oh.
You want to go fishing in the woods without poles?
Dear Lord.
This is why I love having Paul on streams.
Oh my god, you fucking wanker.
Yeah.
I
gotta go.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I need to get back to you as well. I need to figure out what dates I'm coming to visit you as well, Paul.
Oh yeah. I got a bed for you and a dresser drawer, so you'll be good.
And a shotgun.
Have you got an axe?
And a shotgun. I've got it. You've got your own axe. Don't worry. It will be lovingly displayed.
It's going to be Paul in the background going down, 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 down. Yep.
We did that. We just went through Kentucky, and as soon as we got into Kentucky, we turned on dueling banjos, and then there was some I don't know why, but like there was some really scary Kentucky you had to go through for about 20 minutes, and with the dueling banjos playing, I'm like, I'm gonna have my arms broken and my butt fucked. This is gonna be good times. Maybe we should turn around. But then we kept going, and then it got nicer and nicer and nicer. I don't know what was this weird, like, maybe we went through a time warp and we went 100 years back and then went through Kentucky and then went,
let's do the time warp again.
Just a jump to the left.
It's just a jump to the sorry. There's two guys on the left that I wonder if James and Harry know what we're talking about.
This is a step to the right.
Oh God. Infidels. Anyway, great movie. But yeah, I killed.
Are you okay now?
No.
Some claim shockwave is better, though. Shock treatment is better, but it's a matter of choice.
Just had that one.
Which brewery is this one? B.
Glasshouse.
Is it Imperial though?
No, it's not. It's only 6%. It's a session strength for a. So just finishing off that one. It's okay. I've had a couple of beers before it, so don't worry. I've done.
Is that your? Wow, look at that.
Really? Oh, Dick.
That was a Harry crush.
Is that like a palate cleanser between the big beers, or?
Oh no, it's like just a session ale. You know, I think 6% is a session strength.
Well,
I had that one. Well, actually, the first beer I had when it came in was Bitburger, just because I
still never had a Yeasty Boys beer.
James, put up the last comment.
Wait a sec.
That latest comment.
Harry is lying. You just put a label over Dragon Soup can.
Yeah, that's
all
it.
Dragon Soup.
Oh my god, I had Dragon Soup. Is fucking. I love it.
Dragon Soup.
After all of the fucking shit videos the past couple of days I've seen of a certain Instagrammer, Yeasty, just got me. So I had to buy some Yeasty Boys. But yeah, also it is just Dragon Soup.
Of course, it's Dragon Soup. Harry only drinks Dragon Soup. He just pretends that he doesn't.
Did you ever see that little meme where it's the two astronauts looking at Earth, and I could just see the one astronaut saying, "It's all Dragon Soup," and then Harry's
It
like,
always has been.
"It always has been," and then boom.
Paul, have you ever heard of Dragon Soup?
Of course.
Okay, good.
I told Harry, I said, when we get there, the first thing we should do is have a chug contest with the 15% reversion before we go out and do anything.
Yeah,
I think Harry might win that one. I'm sorry, Paul. I have much faith in you, but Harry is trained in this shit, and it's
I've never had it, so he is trained. And see, the thing is, I'm not good with weird, sweet, fruity liquids. Only when it comes out of you. So we'll have to check it out.
Have you seen that? He sent me one. It is literally death in a can.
All right, we're gonna have to check it out.
Your reaction to that, Thomas, was brilliant. I loved that.
There were two people saying that they thought that I was faking it. At some point, I put a hand to my head like, this hurts. There were two people who thought that I was faking it. I was not faking it. That hurt. That was really painful. So Travel and Brews is just saying it. No, it was 35 milligrams of caffeine per 100 milliliters in what is basically an energy drink at 7.5% ABV.
So it gets you steaming and it gets you buzzed.
No, that is death.
Well, they were doing that for over here. It was the same thing. There was a 9% or something like that. It was Four Locos, and people were and they were drinking almost a whole 6-pack themselves.
No,
in the night while they were doing other things, and they were getting sent to the hospital and stuff. It was really funny.
No, but I've had people commenting on. Like the people from America who saw the video were like, "Are you drinking Four Locos?" So I had to Google it, and basically, that's what it is.
Yeah, there were people like, because I live near the only town in Bloomsburg, which is Bloomsburg, or the only town in Pennsylvania, which is Bloomsburg, and it's over there, and it's a college town, which college is the worst goddamn thing about it, and these fucking humans are horrible. But other than that, they were drinking so much of it over there that they were going to the ER all the fucking time because their heart was going to explode, and they were completely drunk and all this, and it was just really fun watching stupid humans do things. Is good times.
Yeah,
that's me.
It's good times.
I got.
But yeah, good times.
But yeah, no, that. So the Four Loko in the States, that was originally like 16%, and then they took it down to 12% in some states, and then what we got from that, we got like something called over here. It was called Crunk. And they had it in the States as well. And it was the same sort of shit. It was like, 12% full of caffeine. And then they banned it a couple of years ago. And then from that, we've since got Dragon Soup. But it was only ever for a long time, it's been just like a massive under the radar, just like drink that no one should ever really try. But then I kind of found out about it and was like, now I'm interested. I want to try all of them. And I have, well, shortly. I've only got 3 more, and then I've had them all. I've caught all of them, like my Pokemon.
I was about to say Pokemon, but
Dragon Soup, gotta catch 'em all. I know it's the destiny.
No, I know it's your suicide. That's not your destiny.
It's my suicide. Destiny is my suicide.
You teach me and I teach you.
Dragon Soup. Gotta drink them all.
Paul, don't come over anymore. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Stay the fuck home. Follow your COVID ruling. Stay home.
Sponsored by My
I'm
Little Pony.
not really into following rules.
This is true.
Let's go. Let's go crazy.
Guys, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
I'll teach you dragon soup.
So I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna go crash soon. So Paul, I lick you. Harry, I lick you. James, I lick you the most. And I'll see you all guys in another live stream or whatever, right?
Okay, honey.
Okay, don't forget to be awesome.
I will.
Oh man. Oh dear. No, it's all good. It's so good. Yeah.
Well, finishing that, I now have this. I'm going back through my beer selection in reverse order.
Oh,
Trinity.
okay.
Well, now
So
I'm gonna head out and I'm gonna go pick up the kids, and I will make sure I post that Choir house ale. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking
All
forward
right.
to that one. I was curious about that. Yeah.
Yeah, then you can watch it
leave
live.
them.
Huh?
Just leave them where they are.
Just leave them. No, I gotta go get them. Unfortunately, they need food. So I gotta get them dinner. So all right, cheers. I'll see you guys later.
See you later. No, it's nice to have you on, Paul. Nice to have you on for a wee bit. Yeah. Oh, it's all good. It's so good. Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. I was meaning to ask you, Harry, when did you become the head brewer?
Only a couple of months ago. Yeah,
I didn't realize you were head brewer. I thought you were like the second brewer.
I was, and then the head brewer left, so then I became head brewer. So yeah, and that was kind of like during. So when he left in like September time, and I had to do a couple of other brews, and then a couple of brews, and then they just said, "Oh, like, you're now head brewer." I'm like, "Cool." So that's fine. Cool. Now I'm head brewer. So yeah, that happened kind of like January time, I think, really early January. They just kind of said that. So at the same time, we've got another brewer came on board not too long after the head left, and he is basically just working in the distillery. So like, but he's like still was a head brewer, so I can still speak to him and go over things. We kind of like, it's a weird. Well, I don't know. It's kind of bounce ideas off each other. But I'm the one who's always on the brewery. He never really comes in the brewery. Mm-hmm. It was always hoped that he would be able to. It was basically designed so everyone can cross over on different places. But I've been there the longest, so by default. I just became head brewer.
Oh, fair enough.
Chief
so you're going to try? Are you going to try some hazy New England IPAs and stuff anytime soon?
Well, we did do them before lockdown. In summer of 2019, we did do some, and when I first joined, and we're going to try and bring those recipes back. Now, I have actually brewed a couple. I have brewed the recipes of a couple of them, of a hazy one, but then we find it. So it's funny because where we are, hazy beers don't sell particularly well. There's certain places, because we're in the middle of the countryside, middle of nowhere, it tends to be like, everything has to be quite traditional. So we have to go down that line a little bit, unless we're doing canning. But canning's a bit of a faff for us. So we tend to bottle most of our stuff, and that's a lot easier. But I think in due course, we're looking at getting a bottling line, and maybe a couple more tanks would give us the opportunity to do some canning as well. But we're just kind of, the whole beer scene in the UK is in a very funny place at the moment. So we're just kind of playing it by ear. As soon as everything opens up, then everything opens up for like a year. That's when we'll, everything should return to normal. But I've just been through the whole of it. I've been very thankful. I've actually still got a bloody job. That's been the thing for a lot of people. A lot of breweries gone out of business. Still now, we're seeing breweries go out of business just like a month before everything's about to pick up again. They just can't afford all the bills. It's just crazy. But yeah,
That's
I'm just thankful I've still got a job and happy with that.
No, that's it. That's it. No, it's just when you were somewhat. I can't remember. I saw somewhere. I would see. I'm terrible for that. I always remember like what I've read and what I've seen. I just always forget like where and when. I'm just like, you know. It's just, I saw what someone said. Oh, Harry's head brewer and distiller. And I was like, what? When did he become the head brewer? It's just in my head. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've still got your 2 beers sitting through in the fridge there that I need to review those actually. I was just trying to rattle out all of my Swedish stuff that I had in time for.
That's right. The best buy on my stuff is long because we pasteurize everything. So it's because we do a lot of export. So that's why we pasteurize stuff because they always demand 9 months on export stuff. So to the places we're going to anyway. Systembolaget's getting a load of stuff, new stuff coming in. They did a massive order. They've got a massive order going out on Thursday.
Is it beer as well, or
no? It's just spirits.
Right, okay. No, because I was just going to say that I hadn't seen anything come through. I don't really drink spirits anyway. These days. So yeah, but I was just going to say I hadn't seen anything.
Yeah, it's like we looked at it earlier because we're trying to work out what it was because it came up as like a weird weight, and it came up as a weird weight because some of the things weren't weighed in properly onto the system. So it was like 42 grams worth of gin and about 17 grams worth of vodka, and then a lot of honey as well, or the honey packs, which is like you get a bottle of vodka, and then a honey, and then like a spoon as well. And those gift packs are being sold off as well. Bloody loads of them. 150 of those packs, and then I think all in all, the whole boxes, the whole pallets are going for about 70 grand. It's just nuts.
Does it go? How does it go across? Do you know? Does it go in the truck or does it go in the ship, or what do they do?
Ship it over. Get shipped over.
Right.
So typically, we'll put that in a container, or if we're doing Sweden, it will go over in a truck actually. If we're doing, because we have an Australia market as well, so Australia goes in a container. When a container comes, it's a right fucker to fill as well, because we don't really have the facility to fill a container unless they drop it on the ground. But if they're filling it, on the back of a lorry, it means that we have to spend about 2 hours doing it because you have to get a pallet truck into the container first, and then you have one of us working on a forklift, lifting it up into place, someone on a pallet truck. And because the pallets are so heavy, you've got about a ton on each pallet. You need 2 of you in there shifting it around and put it into position. So it was a good old laugh when we got the Australia stuff sent off last time. But because the whole distillery's just gone crazy. Because we've got the Waitrose contract, that's just helped so much. That's kept us really going the past couple of months. Distillery, the Waitrose contract's been massive, and also the exports have started rising up quite a lot more compared to what they used to be. So it's the business has weirdly done quite well out of lockdown. There's been a lot of changes in the company. A lot of movement around of staff and stuff like that. It's done quite well. But no, it's going forward. Hopefully, we can push the beer on a little bit further. Because I know we're looking at getting 2 more people on board. We're looking at getting a new salesperson and also another person to work inside the brewery. So if we can get those people on board, especially the salesperson, because if we get someone doing sales in Bristol and doing sales in London as well, then it means that we can start pushing more interesting beers into kegs. Because there's one beer which I do already. I know I want to put that in keg. I'm just waiting for someone who will be able to sell the kegs. But yes, it was basically it's recipe that was originally for cask, and then I basically just spoke with the old brewer and the new brewer, and we changed it slightly over the past couple of months, and we've changed it to being more keg-friendly recipe, but then we're still producing it in cask. car scan bottle. But yeah, it's like a DDH IPA basically, or DDH APA. But then it's just going into bottle at the moment. But it's damn good. Tried it today, first thing this morning as we were putting into the tanker. And we sent off 10,000 litres of it this morning, and it's tasting good. Looking forward to it.
Sounds like interesting times. Yeah. No.
Yeah, no, it's good fun.
Yeah, no, it's decent. It's decent. I'm actually thinking we're just about to hit the 3-hour mark. I'm actually thinking I might take this off the air.
No worries.
And just we can. I'm just getting a bit sleepy, but we can sit and chat for a wee bit offline. I think. Do that. But yeah, I'll just flick through the comments quickly, and then we'll call that. I'm just sitting here like, just it's dying. Bevis is saying, we've got Leah saying I can play a mean number on the spoons. Bevis is saying, why am I drinking this Scarborough Fair IPA? Smells like a spice smoker's arse. He's got the video recording of the singing. Harry's lying, just putting the label over the dragon soup can. As he asked, have you asked your employer about brewing your own soup? That would be good. That you could call it the Harry soup. 30 milligrams of caffeine per 100 mils.
We need more. We need 60 milligrams.
We need to look at your saturation point for that. Maybe it's pure chemistry. Find the saturation point and then go for it. I've got Haddy watching. Haddy's one of my old students.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, yeah. I want the soup of the dragon. I still need to try that stuff. My uncle sells it in his shop. I need to try it, but I couldn't handle it.
Is your uncle a Jakey?
No, my uncle's a mechanic. He was a mechanic. Yeah. Send you one. That'd be fun. Yeah. Send the dragon soup everywhere. Thomas opens channel. Yeah. I feel bad. Send you anything back. Okay. Here it is. Enjoy. All right. I need to watch. That's the tracker review. And then Steve, it's not about sending and receiving for me. Get your email address, send you stuff. Oh, that'd be cool. I need to have a look at Steve's brewing channel, actually. I've not looked at that one. Yeah. Sweden would be trucking a ship and then quick and in and out. Yeah. Oh, it's good. It's good. But Harry and I think, I'm sorry, guys, I'm just a little bit dead. I think my brain's been a bit dead. As soon as I sat down to do this review, I thought if I had a wee bit of chocolate and whatever, it might wake me up, but nah, dead. Absolutely dead. So guys, thank you for tuning in for my unboxing. I need to go and put these beers in the fridge. But yeah, Harry and I will sit and chill offline a little bit. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining. Thank you to who all joined. We had Raggy, then we had Thomas, we've had Paul in, we've had Harry. Have I missed anyone? I'm not sure. Anyway, but no, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you check out everybody's channels. And we'll kill it off there. Cheers just now, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.